1. Eye contact. Let your breathing slow as we explore something simple, yet profound. Eye contact is not about staring, not about intensity. Think of it as a gentle bridge between two people. When you look into someone's eyes, you're saying, "I see you," without words. Notice how natural it feels with people you trust. That's the feeling to remember. In conversations, try the triangle technique. Eyes, then nose, then mouth, creating a soft, comfortable rhythm. If it feels overwhelming, that's okay. Look away, then return. Like waves meeting the shore, there's a natural ebb and flow. Some cultures prefer less eye contact, and that's beautiful too. The key is presence, not perfection. When you listen, let your eyes rest gently on theirs. When you speak, share that same openness. It's not about holding a gaze until it becomes uncomfortable. It's about moments of connection, honest and warm. Practice with mirrors first if you'd like. See your own eyes, kind and accepting. That's the energy you'll bring to others. Eye contact is simply being present, being human, being real. Let that thought settle in as you relax deeper into comfort. 2. Reading rooms. Breathe deeply and imagine walking into a space. Every room has energy, like a song playing softly in the background. You can learn to hear it. Notice the small things, how people stand, the distance between them, who's leaning in, who's pulled away. It's like reading water. You see the ripples and understand the current beneath. When you enter a room, pause. Just for a moment. Feel the temperature of the space, not with your skin, but with your awareness. Are people laughing freely or offering polite smiles? Is the conversation flowing or stuttering? Look for clusters, groups of 2, 3, 4. Watch the person everyone glances toward. That's often where influence lies. Notice who stands at the edges. Sometimes the quietest person holds the deepest thoughts. Body language speaks in whispers. Crossed arms might mean cold, not closed off. Leaning forward often means interest. Feet pointing toward someone shows attention. But don't treat these as facts, treat them as clues. Reading rooms isn't about judgment. It's about understanding. It helps you know when to speak, when to listen, when to approach, when to give space. The more you practice this gentle awareness, the more naturally it comes. You become a kind observer, moving through spaces with grace and intuition. 3. Self-awareness. Let yourself sink deeper into relaxation as we turn inward. Self-awareness is like holding a gentle mirror to your own heart. It's noticing your thoughts without drowning in them. Feeling your feelings without becoming them. Start simple. Notice when you're hungry, tired, or overwhelmed. These are your body's whispers. Then notice your patterns. Do you say yes when you mean no? Do you laugh when you're actually uncomfortable? These aren't flaws. They're simply habits you can choose to change. Self-awareness means recognizing your triggers. That person whose voice makes you tense, that situation that always drains you. Once you see these patterns, they lose their power. You begin to ask beautiful questions. Why did I react that way? What do I actually need right now? What's mine to carry and what belongs to others? It's observing yourself with the kindness you'd show a dear friend. Notice your strengths too. The way you make people feel comfortable, how you solve problems creatively, your quiet resilience. Self-awareness isn't self-criticism. It's clarity. It's understanding that you're human, complex, constantly growing. Keep a gentle watch on your inner world, and you'll navigate the outer world with so much more ease. This awareness becomes your compass, always pointing you toward authenticity. 4. Saying no. Relax your shoulders and let's explore a powerful word. No. Just 2 letters, yet so difficult to say. But no is not rejection. It's protection. It's honoring your energy, your time, your truth. When you say yes to everything, you say no to yourself. Feel that for a moment. Every time you agree to something that depletes you, you're making a choice. And you can choose differently. Saying no doesn't require elaborate explanations. I can't make it is complete. That doesn't work for me is enough. No, thank you is a full sentence. Practice in small ways first. Decline the extra project when you're already overwhelmed. Skip the gathering that drains you. Say no to the favor that crosses your boundaries. Notice what happens. Often, nothing bad at all. People respect clarity. They appreciate honesty. And if someone can't accept your no, that tells you something important about them. Your no makes room for your yes. When you protect your energy, you have more to give to what truly matters. Saying no is an act of self-respect. It's you saying, I matter too. Let that truth settle in. You're allowed to have limits. You're allowed to choose. Start small. Be consistent. And watch how your life shifts toward alignment and peace. 5. Lie detection. Breathe slowly as we explore something subtle. Truth and deception. But this isn't about becoming suspicious. It's about becoming aware. People rarely lie with words alone. They lie with their entire being, and something feels off. You've felt it before. That slight unease, that instinctive doubt. Trust that. Look for mismatches. Someone saying, I'm fine, while their voice trembles. Words saying yes while the head shakes no. Stories that change with each telling. Too many details can signal a fabricated tale. Truth is usually simpler. Watch for discomfort. Touching the face, covering the mouth, avoiding eye contact, or the opposite. Too much eye contact, too rehearsed. Notice timing. A pause before answering, a quick subject change, deflection through humor. But here's what matters most. These signs aren't proof. They're invitations to be curious, not accusatory. Sometimes people fidget because they're nervous, not deceptive. Sometimes they avoid eye contact because of anxiety, not guilt. So use these observations gently. Ask open questions. Create safe spaces for truth. And remember, the best lie detection is building relationships where honesty feels safer than deception. Trust your intuition, but hold your conclusions lightly. Stay open, stay curious, stay kind. 6. Clear thinking. Let your mind settle like snow in a snow globe. Clear thinking isn't about thinking more. It's about thinking better. Start by clearing the clutter. When a problem arrives, resist the urge to panic. Instead, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, what exactly is the problem? Name it specifically. Vague worries create vague solutions. Clear problems invite clear answers. Separate facts from feelings. I feel like a failure is a feeling. I didn't get the promotion is a fact. Facts you can work with. Strip away assumptions. We create entire stories from tiny scraps of information. Someone doesn't text back, and we decide they hate us. Challenge these narratives. What else could be true? Clear thinking means questioning your first thought, your automatic reaction. It means considering multiple perspectives. What would someone else see? What am I missing? Organize your thoughts. Write them down, say them aloud, draw them out. When thoughts swirl in your head, they tangle. Outside your head, they become manageable. And know when to stop thinking. Overthinking clouds clarity. Sometimes the clearest thought is, I've thought enough. Now I'll act. Clear thinking creates calm. Turns overwhelm into strategy. It transforms confusion into direction. Practice this gentle clarity, and watch your decisions improve, your stress decrease, your confidence grow. 7. Articulation. Let your jaw relax as we explore the art of speaking clearly. Articulation isn't about big words or perfect grammar. It's about being understood. Start with pace, slow down. Most people rush when they're nervous, and their words blur together. Give each word space to breathe. Imagine you're walking someone through a garden. You wouldn't run. You'd let them see each flower. Pause between thoughts. These pauses aren't awkward. They're powerful. They let your words land. Let people absorb meaning. Think before you speak. Even a 2-second pause makes a difference. Organize your thoughts into simple structures. There are 3 reasons. Or here's what happened. Here's how I feel. Here's what I need. Clarity comes from structure. Use concrete examples. Instead of, I'm stressed, try, I have 5 deadlines this week and I'm sleeping 4 hours a night. Specific is powerful. Avoid filler words when you can. The umps, the likes, the you knows. But don't stress about them. Even the best speakers use fillers. What matters is that your meaning shines through. Practice doesn't mean perfection. It means improvement. Read aloud to yourself. Record your voice and listen back. Notice where you mumble, where you rush. Articulation is a gift you give others. Making your thoughts clear, your needs known, your stories understood. 8. Reading subtext. Settle deeper and let's explore what's beneath the surface. Subtext is the real conversation hiding under the spoken one. It's what people mean, not just what they say. Someone says, do whatever you want, but their tone says, please don't. I'm fine often means, I'm not fine, but I don't know how to explain. Learning to read subtext is learning to listen with more than your ears. Listen to tone. The music of words. Is it flat? Sharp? Soft? Hesitant? Tone reveals truth. Notice what's not said. If someone usually texts back quickly and suddenly goes silent, that silence is speaking. Watch for contradictions. I'm happy for you, said with a forced smile, is subtext knocking at the door. Context matters too. The same words in different situations mean different things. We should hang out sometime from a new friend might be genuine. From someone avoiding you, it's a polite exit. Pay attention to repeated themes. If someone keeps mentioning how busy they are, they might be saying, I'm overwhelmed and need space. Reading subtext requires empathy. Step into their shoes. What might they be afraid to say directly? What would you mean if you said those words that way? But don't assume you're always right. Subtext is hypothesis, not fact. Stay curious, ask gentle questions, create safety for honesty. The more you practice, the more fluent you become in the language beneath language. 9. Humor. Feel your face relax into a soft smile. Humor is one of life's gentle gifts. It's not about being funny. It's about finding lightness. The best humor comes from truth. We laugh at what we recognize, what surprises us, what releases tension. Self-deprecating humor works when it's kind. Laughing with yourself, not at yourself. I tried to cook, and even the smoke alarm joined the criticism. Lands differently than, I'm terrible at everything. One is playful, one is painful. Observational humor notices the absurd in everyday life. The way everyone suddenly becomes a chef while watching cooking shows. How we all check our phones within seconds of putting them down. These small truths make us feel connected. Timing matters. A joke at the wrong moment lands flat. But humor in hard times, when appropriate, can be healing. It reminds us we're more than our struggles. Watch what makes others laugh. Some people love puns, others prefer stories, some enjoy witty observations. Match your humor to your audience. And remember, not every moment needs humor. Sometimes seriousness is the kindest response. But when you can bring lightness, do. A gentle joke can ease tension, build connection, shift perspective. Humor says, we're in this together and we'll be okay. It's joy in small doses, medicine in laughter form. Let it be authentic, let it be kind, let it be yours. 10. Storytelling. Let your breathing deepen as we reach our final exploration. Storytelling. Humans have gathered around fires for thousands of years to share stories. It's in your bones, this ancient art. Every story has a simple structure. Something was one way, something happened, now it's different. Beginning, middle, end. You don't need drama. You need truth. The most powerful stories are personal. Not perfect, but real. Share the small moments. The stranger who helped you, the mistake that taught you, the quiet realization that changed you. Use details that put people there. Not, I was sad, but I sat in my car in the parking lot and cried for 10 minutes before going inside. Specific is magnetic. Build tension slowly. Let people wonder what happens next. And remember, the best stories aren't about you. They're about what the listener recognizes in themselves. When you say, I felt lost, they remember their own lostness. Your story becomes their mirror. Vary your pace. Speed up for excitement. Slow down for importance. Use your voice as an instrument. And always know why you're telling this story. What do you want people to feel? Understand? Remember? That's your North Star. Stories connect us, heal us, teach us. They're how we make sense of chaos. So tell yours. Imperfectly, honestly, bravely. The world needs your stories. 11. Persuasion. Let your body sink deeper into comfort as we explore gentle influence. Persuasion isn't manipulation. It's connection. It's helping someone see what you see, feel what you feel. The secret is simple. People persuade themselves. Your job is to create the space for that to happen. Start by listening, truly listening. Understand what they want, what they fear, what they value. When you speak to someone's existing desires, persuasion becomes effortless. Frame your ideas in their language, their world. If they care about security, show them safety. If they crave adventure, paint them freedom. People resist being pushed, but they embrace ideas they feel they discovered. Ask questions that lead them there. What would it look like if this worked? How would that feel? Let them build the vision themselves. Use stories, not statistics. Facts tell, but stories sell. Studies show it works is forgettable. Here's what happened to someone just like you is magnetic. Acknowledge objections before they voice them. You might be thinking this sounds too good to be true. When you name the doubt, you defuse it. And never, ever make them feel foolish for their current position. People don't change their minds when they feel attacked. They change when they feel understood, respected, and gently invited to see another way. Persuasion at its best is simply showing someone a door they didn't know was there. 12. Negotiation. Breathe slowly and let's enter the dance of negotiation. It's not battle, it's collaboration. The best negotiations leave both people feeling they've won. Start by knowing what you truly want and what you're willing to give. Clarity is your foundation. Then discover what they want. Ask questions. Listen more than you speak. Every piece of information is leverage, not to harm, but to help find solutions. Never open with your best offer. Leave room to move. But don't lowball so much you insult them. Find the middle ground of respect. When they make an offer, pause. Silence is powerful. It makes people uncomfortable enough to fill the space, often with concessions. Use the word because when making requests. I need this because people are more likely to agree when they understand the why. Always be willing to walk away. Desperation is visible and costly. When you genuinely don't need the deal, you negotiate from strength. Look for creative solutions. What if we did this instead? Sometimes the answer isn't in the middle, it's completely sideways. Bundle and unbundle. If you can do this, I can do that. Create packages that give both sides value. Stay calm. Emotion clouds judgment. When you feel yourself tensing, breathe. Return to center. And remember, the relationship often matters more than any single deal. Win today but burn the bridge and you've actually lost. Negotiate with respect, creativity, and patience. 13. Body language. Let your muscles relax completely as we explore the silent language of the body. Your body speaks louder than your words. Can agree with what you say, or betray it completely. Start with posture. Stand tall, not rigid. Shoulders back, chest open. This isn't about dominance. It's about confidence. It tells people you're comfortable in your own skin. When you slouch, you tell the world you're trying to disappear. Notice your hands. Open palms signal honesty and warmth. Crossed arms create barriers. Fidgeting reveals nervousness. Practice stillness, but not stiffness. Natural, calm presence. Your face is a story your emotions write. A genuine smile reaches your eyes. The corners crinkle. The expression softens. A fake smile only moves your mouth. People feel the difference even if they can't name it. Mirroring builds connection. When someone leans forward, you lean forward. When they slow their gestures, you slow yours. But do this subtly, naturally. It creates unconscious rapport. Personal space matters. Too close feels invasive. Too far feels cold. About an arm's length for most conversations. Closer for intimacy. Farther for formality. Watch feet. They point toward what we're interested in. Toward the exit when we want to leave. Toward the person we're drawn to. Body language is a conversation you're always having. Make sure it's saying what you want it to say. Aligned, open, present, calm. 14. Small talk. Feel yourself settling into ease as we embrace the art of small talk. It's not meaningless. It's the bridge to meaningful. Small talk is how strangers become acquaintances. Acquaintances become friends. Think of it as gentle exploration. You're both testing the waters, looking for connection points. Start simple. Weather, surroundings, the event you're both attending. This place is beautiful. Have you been here before? How do you know the host? These aren't boring. They're doorways. Listen for what lights them up. When their energy shifts, their voice brightens. Lean into that. Oh, you love hiking? What's your favorite trail? Now you're not small talking. You're connecting. Ask open questions. Not, do you like your job? But, what's the most interesting part of your work? This gives them room to share what matters. Share a bit about yourself, then bounce it back. I just started learning guitar. Have you ever picked up a new hobby as an adult? Give and take, rhythm and flow. Find common ground. Shared experiences, mutual frustrations, universal truths. Is it just me, or does grocery shopping somehow take 3 hours no matter what? These moments of recognition build bonds. And here's a secret. Most people don't remember what you talked about. They remember how you made them feel. Interested, heard, comfortable. Small talk is simply the art of making someone feel seen. Practice it with kindness, curiosity, and presence. 15. Public speaking. Let your breath flow naturally as we step into the spotlight. Public speaking terrifies most people more than death. But here's the truth. You already know how to speak. You just need to remember. Start by knowing your message. What's the one thing you want them to remember? Build everything around that core. Structure gives you confidence. Opening, body, closing. Tell them what you'll say it. Tell them what you said. Simple and powerful. Practice, but don't memorize word for word. Know your key points and let the rest flow naturally. Over-rehearsed sounds robotic. Under-rehearsed sounds unprepared. Find the balance. Nervousness is normal. Every great speaker feels it. But you can reframe it. That flutter isn't fear, it's excitement. Your body is preparing you to perform. Breathe deeply. Ground yourself. Start strong. Your opening sets the tone. Question a story, a surprising fact. Hook them immediately. Make eye contact. Not with everyone, but scan the room. Find friendly faces and speak to them. It transforms a crowd into individuals. Pause. Silence is not your enemy. Creates emphasis, lets ideas land. Gives you time to think. Speak slowly. Nervousness makes us rush. Conscious slowness feels natural to listeners. Vary your tone. Monotone puts people to sleep. Enthusiasm wakes them up. And remember, they want you to succeed. They're rooting for you. You're not performing. You're sharing. Breathe, trust yourself, and speak. 16. Networking. Settle deeper as we explore the art of meaningful connection. Networking isn't using people. It's valuing them. It's building a web of authentic relationships that support everyone involved. Shift your mindset from what can I get to how can I give. Be genuinely interested in others. Ask about their work, their challenges, their passions. Most people love talking about themselves. Let them. And listen, really listen. Remember what they tell you. When you follow up weeks later with how did that project go? They'll be amazed. That's how you stand out. Offer value first. Share an article, make an introduction, offer your expertise. Give without expecting immediate return. Relationships are long games. Be memorable but not gimmicky. A genuine conversation beats a flashy business card. They'll remember the person who really saw them, who made them feel interesting. Follow up promptly. It was great meeting you. Within 24 hours keeps the connection warm. Then nurture the relationship. Occasional check-ins. Congratulations on their achievements. Genuine interest over time. Quality over quantity. 100 shallow contacts are worth less than 10 deep connections. Find your people. Those whose values align with yours, whose energy lifts you. Networking isn't about collecting contacts like trading cards. It's about weaving yourself into a community where everyone rises together. Be authentic, be generous, Be consistent. The opportunities will follow naturally. 17. Social etiquette. Let your shoulders drop as we explore the gentle rules that create harmony. Etiquette isn't about being fancy. It's about being considerate. It's the oil that keeps social machinery running smoothly. Start with basics. Say please and thank you. Arrive on time or let people know if you can't. These small acts show respect for others' time and effort. At gatherings, greet the host first. Thank them for having you. If you bring nothing else, bring gratitude. At meals, wait until everyone is served before eating. Chew with your mouth closed. Put your phone away. These aren't stuffy rules. They're ways of saying you matter more than my hunger, my call, my distractions. In conversations, don't interrupt. Let people finish their thoughts. If you disagree, do it gracefully. I see it differently lands better than you're wrong. RSVP promptly. Yes or no, just answer. People are planning around you. Respect that. Thank you notes matter. A text is fine. A handwritten note is memorable. Acknowledge gifts, kindness, hospitality. In professional settings, respect hierarchy when appropriate, but treat everyone with equal dignity. The janitor deserves your courtesy as much as the CEO. Etiquette adapts. What's polite in one culture or context might differ in another. Stay observant, stay flexible. The core principle never changes. Make others comfortable, show respect, be thoughtful. That's all etiquette really is. Kindness codified into action. 18. Name memory. Breathe deeply as we unlock a powerful skill. Remembering names. People's names are music to them. When you remember, you're saying you mattered enough for me to hold on to this. Here's how. First, actually hear it. Most people don't forget names. They never really learned them. When introduced, focus completely on that moment. Repeat it immediately. Nice to meet you, Sarah. This reinforces it instantly. Use it in conversation. So, Sarah, what brings you here? Each repetition deepens the groove in your memory. Create an association. Connect their name to something memorable. Sarah could have a sunny smile. Michael might remind you of a friend. These links anchor the name. Visualize it. See their name written on their forehead. Strange, but effective. Ask about it if it's interesting. That's a beautiful name. Is there a story behind it? People love sharing this, and you'll never forget. If you miss it, ask again immediately. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Better to ask once than avoid them forever. Use spaced repetition. Think of their name later that day, the next day, a week later. Each recall strengthens the memory. Write it down after meeting them. In your phone with context. Sarah, red dress, loves hiking, met at Tom's party. And be honest if you forget. I'm terrible with names. Could you remind me? Most people understand. They've been there too. Names are gifts people give you. Honor that gift by remembering. 19. Charisma. Feel yourself glowing softly as we explore magnetism. Charisma isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate. It's presence, warmth, and energy combined. Start with presence. Be fully there. Not thinking about your to-do list, not checking your phone. When you're with someone, be with them completely. This is rare and magnetic. Eyes focused, body oriented toward them, mind engaged. People feel the difference. Radiate warmth. Smile genuinely. Make eye contact. Show authentic interest in others. Charismatic people make you feel like you're the most interesting person in the room. They ask great questions and listen to answers. They remember details. They make people feel seen. Energy matters. Not manic energy, but aliveness. Enthusiasm for ideas, passion for stories, animation when you speak. Charisma has motion and color, but also calm confidence. Charismatic people are comfortable with silence, comfortable with themselves. This self-assurance is contagious. Be authentic. Charisma without authenticity is manipulation. People sense when you're performing. Let your real self show. The quirks, the humor, the vulnerability. Perfection is intimidating. Humanity is attractive. Tell good stories. Laugh easily. Find humor in small things. Joy is magnetic. And here's the secret. Charisma is mostly about making others feel good about themselves. When people leave your presence feeling better than when they arrived, that's charisma. It's generosity of spirit wrapped in presence and energy. 20. Cultural awareness. Let your mind expand gently as we embrace the beautiful diversity of human experience. Cultural awareness isn't about memorizing rules for every culture. It's about cultivating curiosity and respect. Start with humility. Recognize that your way isn't the only way or the right way. It's just your way. Every culture developed its norms for reasons, solving problems, expressing values. Approach differences with wonder, not judgment. Be observant. Watch how people greet each other, how close they stand, how they handle disagreement, how they show respect. These patterns tell you how to navigate that space. Ask questions gently. Most people appreciate genuine curiosity. I noticed you do this. Could you tell me about it? This is respect in action. Avoid assumptions. Not everyone from a culture follows all its norms. People are individuals first. Let them define themselves. Learn basic courtesies. In some places, shoes come off at the door. In others, refusing food is insulting. Small efforts show respect. Adapt your communication style. Some cultures value directness, others prefer subtlety. Some see debate as bonding, others as conflict. Flexibility is wisdom. Be aware of your own cultural lens. We all have biases shaped by where we grew up. Acknowledging this is the first step to transcending it. When you make mistakes, and you will, apologize sincerely and learn. Grace and humility go a long way. Cultural awareness makes you a citizen of the world, comfortable anywhere, respectful everywhere. It enriches your life immeasurably. 21. Memory palace. Close your eyes and imagine a place you know intimately. Your childhood home, perhaps. Every room, every corner, every detail. This is your memory palace. An ancient technique that turns space into storage. The human brain remembers places better than almost anything else. We evolved walking landscapes, marking territories, finding our way home. You can use this. Choose your palace, a house, a street, a familiar building. Walk through it in your mind. Front door, hallway, living room, kitchen. Make the path clear and consistent. Now, place what you want to remember along this path. Learning a speech. Put the first point by the front door, the second on the stairs, the third in the living room. Make each placement vivid and strange. The stranger the image, the more memorable it becomes. Need to remember a grocery list? Picture a giant milk carton blocking your doorway, bread slices carpeting your stairs, eggs juggling themselves in your kitchen. Absurd works. Your brain loves unusual. Walk your palace regularly. Mentally stroll through, visiting each station, retrieving each memory. The more you travel this path, the stronger it becomes. You can have multiple palaces for different purposes. One for work presentations, another for personal goals, another for things you're learning. This isn't magic. It's structure. You're giving abstract information a physical home. And just like a real home, the more you visit, the more comfortable you become. 22. Beat procrastination. Let your resistance melt away as we understand the gentle beast of delay. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's fear wearing a comfortable disguise. Fear of failure, fear of imperfection, fear of judgment, even fear of success. Understanding this changes everything. Start tiny, impossibly tiny. Tell yourself you'll work for just 2 minutes. Not an hour, not until it's done. 2 minutes. This bypasses the fear. You can do anything for 2 minutes. Often, starting is the only hard part. Once you're moving, momentum carries you. Break tasks into the smallest possible steps. Not write the report, but open the document. Not clean the house, but put away 5 things. Each tiny completion builds confidence and motivation. Remove friction. If you want to exercise in the morning, lay out your clothes the night before. Want to eat healthier? Prep ingredients on Sunday. Make the good choice the easy choice. Use temptation bundling. Pair something you need to do with something you want to do. Only listen to your favorite podcast while doing chores. Only watch that show while on the treadmill. Forgive yourself. Shame about procrastination leads to more procrastination. You delayed. So what? Start now. This moment is always available. Understand your procrastination patterns. Do you delay when tasks are unclear? Break them down. When you're overwhelmed, do less. When you're tired, rest first. Procrastination is information about what you need. Listen to it, address it, then gently begin. 2 minutes at a time, you can accomplish anything. 23. Empathy. Soften your heart as we explore the bridge between souls. Empathy is feeling with someone, not just for them. The stepping into their shoes and walking a few steps in their world. Start by listening without planning your response. Most of us listen to reply. Instead, listen to understand. What are they really saying beneath the words? What emotion pulses underneath? Let go of judgment. When someone shares their struggle, resist the urge to compare or minimize. At least you have. Or others have it worse. These statements, however well-meant, shut doors. Instead, validate. That sounds really hard. I can see why you'd feel that way. These simple phrases create safety. Ask questions that go deeper. How did that make you feel? What's been the hardest part? You're inviting them to explore their own experience while showing you truly care. Notice body language and tone. Sometimes the real message isn't in the words. Tears held back, a voice that cracks, hands that tremble. Empathy reads these signs. Reflect what you observe. You seem sad about this. Or, I can hear the frustration in your voice. This shows you're truly present. But empathy has boundaries. You can understand someone's pain without taking it on as your own. Feel with them, but don't drown with them. You're a bridge, not a sponge. Practice empathy with yourself too. When you stumble, when you fail, treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend. Empathy makes the world softer, kinder, more connected. It's love in its most practical form. 24. Mindfulness. Let your awareness settle gently into this present moment. Right here, right now. That's all mindfulness is. Not enlightenment, not perfection. Just presence. Your mind will wander. That's what minds do. They time travel, worrying about tomorrow, replaying yesterday. Mindfulness is the practice of returning. Again and again, gently returning to now. Start with your breath. Notice the cool air entering, the warm air leaving. The rise and fall of your chest. You don't need to change it, just notice it. This is your anchor, always available, always present. Expand to your body. Feel your feet on the floor, your back against the chair. Notice sensation without judgment. Tension in your shoulders isn't bad. It just is. Bring mindfulness to daily activities. Washing dishes. Feel the warm water, the smooth plates, the scent of soap. Eating. Taste each bite, notice texture and temperature. Walking. Feel each step, the rhythm of your movement. These ordinary moments become extraordinary when you're fully in them. When emotions arise, and they will, observe them like weather passing through. I'm feeling anxious, not I am anxious. You are the sky, emotions are clouds. They come and go. Mindfulness creates space between stimulus and response. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The old pattern is instant anger. With mindfulness, you notice the anger rising and choose how to respond. This space is freedom. You don't need to sit for hours. Even 5 minutes a day builds the skill. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind. It's about befriending it, understanding it, returning to the now. 25. Flow state. Breathe deeply and imagine being completely absorbed. Time disappears. Self-consciousness vanishes. You're moving perfectly, thinking clearly, creating effortlessly. This is flow, and it's accessible to everyone. Flow happens at the sweet spot between boredom and anxiety. The task must challenge you, but not overwhelm you. Too easy, you're bored. Too hard, you're stressed. Find the edge where you're stretched but capable. Clear goals help. Vague objectives scatter focus. Specific targets channel it. Not work on project, but Complete these 3 sections. Knowing exactly what you're aiming for creates momentum. Eliminate distractions ruthlessly. Phone off. Notifications silenced. Door closed. Flow requires uninterrupted focus. Even small interruptions shatter the state. Protect your attention like treasure. Get immediate feedback. In sports, you see results instantly. In work, create feedback loops. Check your progress, adjust your approach. This keeps you engaged and on track. Match skill to challenge over time. As you improve, increase difficulty. Flow lives in that growing edge. Build rituals that signal flow time. Same music, same drink, same space. Your brain learns. These conditions mean deep focus. Start small. 5 minutes of flow is better than hours of distraction. Gradually extend the duration. Flow isn't selfish. It's when you do your best work, create your greatest value, experience your deepest joy. It's peak performance that feels effortless. Seek it, cultivate it, protect it. Life is richest when you're fully immersed in what you're doing. 26. Digital detox. Let your screen-tired eyes rest as we explore intentional disconnection. We're more connected than ever, yet lonelier. More informed, yet more anxious. The digital world offers gifts and takes tolls. A detox isn't about rejecting technology. It's about reclaiming balance. Start with awareness. Track your screen time honestly. Most people vastly underestimate. The numbers might shock you. That's good. Awareness precedes change. Create phone-free zones. Bedroom, dining table, first hour after waking. These sacred spaces let you be human, not user. Notice how different they feel. Remove temptation. Delete apps that drain you. Turn off notifications. Make your phone less interesting. The harder you have to work to waste time, the less you'll do it. Replace scrolling with something real. Read physical books. Take walks without earbuds. Have conversations without devices present. Remember what it feels like to be bored. That's where creativity lives. Set boundaries. I check email twice daily, or social media only on weekends. Whatever feels sustainable. Boundaries aren't restrictions. They're protection for what matters. Notice what you're avoiding. Often we scroll to escape discomfort. Boredom, loneliness, difficult emotions. When you can't scroll them away, you have to feel them, process them, grow through them. Do a full detox periodically. A day, a weekend, a week. Complete disconnect. The first hours are uncomfortable. Then clarity emerges. Colors seem brighter. Conversations go deeper. You remember who you are without the constant digital noise. Technology serves you or you serve it. Choose deliberately. 27. Speed reading. Relax your eyes as we accelerate comprehension. Speed reading isn't about rushing. It's about efficiency. Most people read far below their potential, held back by habits formed in childhood. Subvocalization is the first barrier. That inner voice reading every word. It limits your speed to speaking pace. To break this, read faster than you can possibly speak. Your brain can process much faster than your mouth can move. Use a pacer. Your finger, a pen, moving smoothly across lines. This keeps your eyes flowing forward instead of skipping back. Regression, rereading words, cut speed dramatically. Trust your first pass. Expand your peripheral vision. Instead of reading word by word, take in phrases, whole lines. Your eyes can process chunks of text at once. Practice widening your focus. Don't read every word. Your brain fills in small words automatically. Focus on content words, nouns, verbs, key concepts. Articles and conjunctions add little meaning. Skim first, then read. Preview headings, subheadings, first sentences. This creates mental scaffolding. When you read fully, you're fitting information into existing structure. Adjust speed to material. Dense technical content demands slower reading. Narrative or familiar topics allow speed. Flexibility is mastery. Practice daily. Start with easier material and gradually increase difficulty and speed. Like any skill, this takes time. But imagine reading 3 books in the time it used to take for one. All that knowledge, all those ideas, all those worlds now accessible. Speed reading isn't about racing. It's about learning more, faster, better. 28. Breath control. Let your breathing slow naturally as we explore your most powerful tool. You breathe 20,000 times a day, mostly unconsciously. But when you take control, you access profound influence over body and mind. Start with observation. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly. Which moves more? Chest breathing is shallow, stress breathing. Belly breathing is deep, calm breathing. Practice belly breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your belly expand. Exhale slowly, belly contracting. Your chest barely moves. This signals safety to your nervous system. Box breathing calms anxiety instantly. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4. Exhale for 4, hold for 4. Repeat. This is what Navy SEALs use before missions. It works. For energy, try breath of fire. Quick, sharp inhales and exhales through your nose, belly pumping. 30 seconds of this clears fog and energizes. Be gentle. For sleep, try 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode. 3 cycles and you'll feel drowsy. In moments of anger, pause and take 3 deep breaths before responding. This creates space. The anger might still be valid, but your response will be wiser. Before speaking publicly, breathe deeply. It steadies your voice, calms your nerves, oxygenates your brain. Your breath is always with you, always available, always powerful. Master it and you master your state. Calm when you need calm. Energy when you need energy. Clarity when you need clarity. It's all in the breath. 29. Moral compass. Let your integrity settle into your bones as we explore your inner guidance system. Your moral compass isn't given to you fully formed. You build it through reflection, experience, and choice. Start by identifying your core values. What matters most? Honesty, kindness, justice, freedom? Write them down. These become your North Star. When decisions arise, check them against your values. Does this choice align with who I want to be? If no, you have your answer. Understand that morality isn't always clear. Gray areas exist. 2 values conflict. Both paths have costs. In these moments, do your best and accept imperfection. Consider consequences, but don't be ruled by them. Sometimes the right thing has a cost. Sometimes integrity demands sacrifice. Your compass points true even when the path is hard. Listen to discomfort. That uneasy feeling in your stomach often knows before your mind does. If something feels wrong, pause. Investigate why. Ask better questions. Not can I, but should I? Not will I get caught, but who do I become if I do this? Learn from mistakes. Everyone violates their own values sometimes. The question is, do you notice? Do you care? Do you correct course? Practice small integrity daily. Keep promises. Tell uncomfortable truths. Admit mistakes. These tiny acts strengthen your compass. Surround yourself with people whose compasses you respect. Their integrity challenges and inspires yours. Your moral compass is your responsibility. No one else can calibrate it. But once strong, it guides you through darkness, complexity, and temptation. It makes you trustworthy to others and to yourself. 30. Self-defense. Feel your body relax, yet remain aware. Self-defense begins long before physical confrontation. It starts with awareness, presence, and prevention. Walk with purpose. Head up, shoulders back, eyes scanning. Predators look for easy targets. Confidence, even projected, deters most threats. Trust your instincts. That feeling of unease, that prickle on your neck, that's millions of years of evolution speaking. Don't ignore it to be polite. Cross the street. Leave the situation. Safety over social comfort, always. Create distance. Space is your friend. Most attacks happen at close range. Keep arm's length between you and strangers. If someone closes that gap, step back. Maintain boundaries. Use your voice. Back up, said firmly and loudly, draws attention and establishes boundaries. Most attackers don't want witnesses or resistance. Your voice is a weapon. If physical defense is necessary, simple works. Forget fancy moves. In crisis, fine motor skills vanish. Focus on vulnerable targets. Eyes, throat, groin, knees. Strike hard, strike fast, then escape. Escape is always the goal. You're not trying to win a fight. You're trying to create opportunity to run. Scream, fight, never stop. Make yourself difficult. Most attackers want easy. Be hard. Carry yourself with awareness and confidence. Take a self-defense class. Not for the moves, but for the empowerment. Knowing you could defend yourself changes how you move through the world. But remember, the best self-defense is never needing it. Awareness, boundaries, intuition. These keep you safe far more often than strikes ever will. Be present, be aware, be safe. 31. Letting go. Breathe out slowly and imagine releasing something you've been gripping too tightly. Letting go isn't giving up. It's giving yourself peace. We hold on to so much. Past hurts, future worries, relationships that ended, versions of ourselves that no longer fit. Holding on feels like loyalty, like strength. But often, it's just exhaustion disguised as dedication. Start by recognizing what needs releasing. That grudge you've carried for years. It's heavy, isn't it? That expectation of how life should have gone. It's blocking the path to how life actually is. The person who hurt you, who's moved on while you're still replaying it. They're free while you're imprisoned. Letting go doesn't mean it didn't matter. It means it no longer gets to control you. The pain was real. The disappointment was valid. And now you're choosing to set it down. Imagine your hands full of stones. Each one a resentment, a regret, a what if. You can't pick up anything new while clutching these. Open your hands. Let them fall. Feel the lightness. Forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is the ultimate letting go. You did the best you could with what you knew then. So did they. Release the need for different past. It's unchangeable. Pour that energy into creating a different future. Practice the mantra, I release what no longer serves me. Say it when the old patterns arise. Letting go is a practice, not a single act. Some things you'll release 1,000 times before they finally stay gone. That's okay. Each release makes you lighter, freer, more available for what's actually here. 32. Self-deprecation. Settle into gentleness as we examine how you speak about yourself. Self-deprecation, making yourself the joke, seems harmless, even charming. I'm such a disaster. I'm the worst. I can't do anything right. We laugh, others laugh, and something inside shrinks a little more. Words have power, especially the ones you say to yourself. Your subconscious doesn't understand sarcasm. When you constantly say, I'm stupid, even jokingly, part of you starts believing it. This isn't about false confidence or toxic positivity. You don't need to pretend you're perfect. But there's a difference between humility and habitual self-attack. Humility says, I made a mistake. Self-deprecation says, I am a mistake. Notice your patterns. Do you deflect compliments? This old thing? When someone praises your outfit. I just got lucky when you earn success. You're teaching people to minimize your worth. Try this instead. Thank you. Just that. Receive the kindness. You deserve it. Share vulnerabilities without shame. I'm still learning this is different from, I'm terrible at everything. One invites growth, the other cements limitation. Be playful about mishaps without making yourself the punchline. Well, that didn't go as planned lands differently than, I'm such an idiot. Choose language that's kind. Would you talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself? If not, adjust. Self-compassion isn't self-indulgence. It's the foundation of genuine confidence. Treat yourself like someone you're responsible for caring for. Because you are. Every word you speak to yourself is a seed. Plant carefully. 33. Solitude Comfort. Let yourself sink into peaceful aloneness. Solitude has gotten confused with loneliness, but they're entirely different. Loneliness is painful disconnection. Solitude is chosen, nourishing, essential. Learn to be alone without being lonely. Start small. An hour without phone, without distraction. Just you. Notice what arises. Boredom? Restlessness? Discomfort? These are just feelings. They'll pass. In solitude, you meet yourself fully. No performance, no adjustment to others' energy. No masks. Just you as you are. This can feel vulnerable at first. We're so used to defining ourselves through others' eyes. But solitude teaches you who you are when no one's watching. Create rituals for alone time. Morning coffee in silence. Evening walks without earbuds. Meals enjoyed slowly, tasting every bite. These become sacred. Solitude is where creativity flourishes. Ideas need space and quiet to emerge. Your best thoughts often arrive in the shower, on walks, in stillness. That's not coincidence. That's solitude working. It's also where you process emotions. With others, we often perform our feelings. Alone, we can actually feel them, understand them, integrate them. The discomfort with solitude often masks deeper fears. Fear of your own thoughts. Fear you're not enough company for yourself. But you are. You're the one person guaranteed to be with you your entire life. Befriend yourself. Enjoy your own company. Solitude isn't isolation. It's restoration. It's coming home to yourself. From this centered place, your connections with others deepen. You're not seeking others to complete you. You're whole already, sharing that wholeness. Embrace solitude. It's where you become most yourself. 34. Positive reframing. Take a deep breath and shift your lens slightly. Same situation, different angle, entirely new meaning. That's reframing. It's not denying reality or pretending problems don't exist. It's choosing which aspect of reality to focus on. You lost your job. That's a fact. I'm a failure is one frame. I have unexpected time to pursue what I actually want is another. Both can be true. One paralyzes, one mobilizes. Notice your default frames. Are they helpful? If not, you can choose differently. Obstacles become opportunities. I have to do this becomes I get to do this. Small shift, massive difference in energy. Mistakes transform into lessons. I failed becomes I learned what doesn't work. Now you're one step closer to what does. Reframing doesn't minimize pain. Defines purpose in it. This is unfair is valid. This is unfair, and I'll grow stronger facing it is powerful. Look for the gift in difficulty. Lost a relationship? You gained clarity about what you need. Failed a test? You identified gaps to fill. Got rejected? You're now available for better fits. Practice yet. I can't do this becomes I can't do this yet. That tiny word opens futures. Find the both and this is hard doesn't contradict. I can handle this. Both exist simultaneously. When someone criticizes you, reframe it as data. They're showing you how you're perceived or what they value. You can learn from that without being wounded by it. Reframing is a skill. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. You start seeing possibilities where you once saw only problems. Setbacks become setups. Endings become beginnings. It's not about being unrealistically positive. It's about being flexibly thoughtful. 35. Gut instincts. Let your awareness drop from your head to your belly. That's where your gut lives, and it's wiser than you might think. Your gut instinct is millions of years of evolution compressed into a feeling. This pattern recognition happening faster than conscious thought. Learn to listen. It speaks in sensations. A tightness in your stomach, a warmth in your chest, a sudden knowing you can't quite explain. This isn't random. It's your subconscious processing thousands of tiny signals your conscious mind missed. Someone seems friendly but something feels off. That's your gut noticing micro-expressions, inconsistencies, subtle red flags. Trust it. A decision looks good on paper but feels wrong. That's your gut integrating information your logical mind hasn't fully processed yet. Listen. Your gut is especially reliable about people and danger. It's less reliable about things you have no experience with. If you've never invested, your gut doesn't have data about stocks. but about whether someone is trustworthy. Your gut has been collecting data on human behavior your whole life. Distinguish between gut instinct and fear. Fear is often loud, urgent, catastrophic. Gut instinct is usually quiet, calm, certain. Fear says, everything is dangerous. Gut instinct says, this specific thing is off. Strengthen your intuition by paying attention to it. When you get a gut feeling, note it. Later, check if it was accurate. Over time, you'll learn your gut's language. Sometimes gut instinct tells you to do the scary thing, not avoid it. It knows the difference between danger and discomfort. Honor your gut, but don't let it tyrannize you. It's one voice among many. Combine it with logic, values, and wisdom, but never completely ignore it. That feeling exists for a reason. 36. Stay curious. Let your mind open like a flower to sunlight. Curiosity is the antidote to boredom, judgment, and stagnation. Children have it naturally. They ask why 1,000 times a day. Then life teaches them to have answers instead. Reclaim your questions. The moment you think you know everything about something is the moment you stop learning. Stay humble. Stay wondering. Approach people with curiosity instead of judgment. Instead of they're wrong, try why do they see it that way? Understanding doesn't require agreement. It just requires curiosity. When you encounter something unfamiliar, resist the urge to dismiss it. Explore it. Why does this exist? What need does it serve? What can I learn from it? Curiosity transforms obstacles into puzzles. This isn't working becomes, I wonder what would work instead? Now you're problem solving, not stuck. Ask better questions. Not why does this always happen to me? But what pattern am I not seeing? Not why are people like this? But what am I missing about their perspective? Read widely. Watch documentaries on topics that seem boring. You might be surprised. Boredom often hides ignorance. Once you understand something, it becomes interesting. Talk to people outside your usual circles. Everyone knows something you don't. The barista, the elderly neighbor, the teenager. Stay curious about them. Curiosity keeps your mind young and flexible. Prevents rigid thinking. It opens doors you didn't know existed. The curious life is the interesting life. Not because interesting things happen to you, but because you find interest everywhere you look. Never stop asking why. Never stop wondering what if. Never stop learning. 37. Take initiative. Feel energy building in your core. Initiative is the gap between wanting and doing. The seeing what needs doing and doing it without being asked. Most people wait. For permission, for perfect conditions, for someone else to go first. But the people who shape their lives, who create opportunities, who make things happen, they start before they're ready. They move before the path is clear. See a problem? Solve it. Don't wait for assignment. Initiative at work means anticipating needs. Your boss mentions a challenge. You research solutions before the meeting. A process is inefficient. You propose improvements. This is how people advance. In relationships, initiative is reaching out first. Planning the gathering. Suggesting the difficult conversation. Not keeping score of who initiated last. Social initiative builds connection. In personal growth, initiative is starting today. Not Monday. Not next month. Not when conditions are perfect. Now, imperfectly, courageously. Initiative requires tolerating discomfort. You might be wrong. You might fail. People might judge. Do it anyway. Action creates clarity. You can't think your way to certainty. You have to move and adjust. Start before you feel ready. You'll never feel completely ready. Confidence comes from action, not before it. But initiative isn't recklessness. Think enough to avoid obvious disasters. Then move. Perfect planning is often procrastination in disguise. Initiative creates luck. Opportunities come to those in motion. Doors open for people who knock. Take the first step even if you can't see the whole staircase. The path reveals itself to those who walk it. Stop waiting for permission. You're allowed to try. You're allowed to start. You're allowed to lead. Initiative is the bridge between dreams and reality. Cross it. 38. Ask questions. Breathe deeply and embrace the power of not knowing. Questions are bridges to understanding, connection, and growth. Yet many people fear them. Asking feels like admitting ignorance. But ignorance acknowledged is the first step toward wisdom. Ask when you don't understand. Could you explain that differently? Isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Nodding along while confused helps no one. In conversations, questions show you care. How did that make you feel? What happened next? What was the best part? These invitations create intimacy. People feel valued when you're genuinely curious about them. Questions solve problems. Stuck on something? Ask, what am I assuming that might not be true? What would this look like if it were easy? Who has solved this before? Open questions are powerful. They can't be answered with yes or no. What brings you joy? Invites stories. Are you happy? Invites a wall. Learn to ask questions that make people think. If you could only focus on one thing this year, what would it be? These questions are gifts. Clarifying questions prevent misunderstanding. When you say that, do you mean, can you give me an example? Help me understand. Don't fear looking foolish. Asking one question might make you feel ignorant for a moment. Not asking keeps you ignorant forever. The only foolish question is the one not asked. Questions shift power dynamics. They invite collaboration. What do you think we should do? Shows respect. Do this shows command. Both have their place, but questions build buy-in. Stay genuinely curious. People detect performative questions. Real curiosity opens doors. Questions are how you learn, connect, and grow. Ask them freely, openly, often. 39. Emotional intelligence. Let your heart and mind work together as we explore emotional mastery. Emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about understanding and managing them skillfully. It has 4 parts like compass directions guiding you. First, self-awareness. Recognize what you're feeling in real time. Not an hour later, but as it happens. I'm getting angry right now. This simple noticing creates space. Second, self-management. Feelings are valid. Actions are choices. You can feel angry and still respond calmly. You can feel anxious and still move forward. Emotions inform you, they don't control you. Third, social awareness. Reading the room. Noticing the shift in someone's tone. Seeing the sadness behind the smile. Empathy lives here. Understanding what others feel without them having to explain. Fourth, relationship management. Using emotional information to connect, communicate, resolve conflict, inspire. This is where emotional intelligence becomes practical impact. People with high emotional intelligence pause before reacting. They name their feelings, which reduces their intensity. They consider multiple perspectives. They choose responses aligned with their goals, not just their impulses. They're comfortable with emotional complexity. They can hold sadness and gratitude simultaneously, anger and love, disappointment and hope. Life isn't emotionally simple. Develop emotional vocabulary. Frustrated is more specific than bad. Overwhelmed pinpoints the issue better than stressed. Precision helps. Practice emotional regulation. When activated, breathe. Ground yourself. Count to 10. Go for a walk. Create space between feeling and action. Emotional intelligence is learnable. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. It improves relationships, leadership, decision-making, and well-being. Emotions are information. Learn to read them wisely. 40. Anti-Fragility. Relax into resilience as we explore a concept beyond mere survival. Resilience bounces back from difficulty. Anti-fragility grows stronger from it. Like muscles that tear and rebuild denser, anti-fragile systems gain from stress. You can cultivate this. Start by embracing discomfort. That difficult conversation you're avoiding is a chance to grow stronger. That challenge that scares you, it's training. Anti-fragility means having skin in the game. When you risk, when you're exposed, you learn and adapt. Playing it completely safe keeps you fragile. Build redundancy. Don't depend on one income stream, one friendship, one source of meaning. Diversify. Then if one fails, you adjust rather than collapse. Practice small stressors. Cold showers, fasting, difficult workouts. Your body and mind learn they can handle discomfort. This transfers to all challenges. Anti-Fragility loves variability. Routine seems safe but creates brittleness. Mix things up. Try new approaches. When patterns break, you adapt. That's strength. Learn from failures actively. Don't just bounce back, integrate the lesson. Each failure makes you wiser, more capable. That's anti-fragility in action. Avoid overprotection. Shielding yourself from all difficulty makes you weak. Reasonable risk, managed exposure. This builds capacity. Create optionality. Keep options open. Multiple paths forward. Then when one closes, you flow to another naturally. Anti-fragile people don't just weather storms. They use storm energy to grow. They transform adversity into advantage. Difficulty becomes data. Obstacles become opportunity. Pain becomes wisdom. You can't control what happens, but you can control whether it breaks you or builds you. Choose anti-fragility. Welcome challenge. Grow through difficulty. Become someone who doesn't just survive life's chaos, but thrives because of it. 41. Comfort zone. Breathe softly and feel the familiar warmth of safety. Your comfort zone is real, tangible. It's every routine, every known path, every safe choice. Protects you from danger, from embarrassment, from failure. And it slowly becomes a cage. Growth lives just outside that boundary, not far beyond. Right at the edge where you feel slightly uncomfortable but not overwhelmed. That's the magic zone. Too far out and you're panicking. Too far in and you're stagnating. Right at the edge, you're expanding. Start small. Speak up in one meeting. Take a different route home. Start a conversation with a stranger. These tiny expansions make the zone bigger. What once felt scary becomes normal. Then you push a little further. The comfort zone isn't bad. You need a home base, a place to rest and recharge. But you can't live there exclusively and expect to grow. Think of it like a muscle. Comfort is rest day. Growth is workout day. You need both. Notice what keeps you inside. Fear of judgment? Fear of failure? Fear of the unknown? Name it. Once you see the fence, you can choose whether to respect it or cross it. Expand deliberately. Pick one area. Public speaking terrifies you? Join a speaking group. Social situations drain you? Attend one event per month. Consistent small steps beat occasional giant leaps. Celebrate discomfort. When you feel that flutter of nervousness, smile. That's your growth edge. You're doing it right. The comfort zone will always exist. That's fine. Just make sure it's expanding with you, not containing you. Step outside regularly. The magic happens there. 42. Active listening. Let your ears truly open as we explore the rarest gift you can give. Active listening. Most people don't listen to understand. They listen to respond. Their mind is writing their next sentence while you're still speaking. That's not listening. That's waiting to talk. Active listening is complete presence. Eyes on them. Phone away. Mind quiet. You're not thinking about your story or your advice. You're receiving theirs. Fully. Start by removing distractions. Turn toward them. Make eye contact. Your body language says you matter. I'm here. Listen for feelings beneath words. Work was fine said flatly means work wasn't fine. I'm okay with a shaking voice means they're not okay. Hear what's unsaid. Reflect back what you hear. It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed. This does two things. It confirms you understand, and it helps them clarify their own feelings. Don't interrupt, even with agreement. Me too stops their flow. Save your relating for after they're done. Ask deepening questions. Tell me more about that. What was that like for you? These invitations show you're engaged, you care, you're tracking. Resist the urge to fix, advise, or minimize. Sometimes people don't want solutions. They want to be heard. Ask first. Do you want advice or just someone to listen? Respect their answer. Notice your judgment. When you find yourself evaluating their choices, notice it and return to curiosity. Not that was dumb, but what were they thinking? What do they need? Silence is okay. Don't rush to fill every pause. Give them space to find their words. Active listening is love in action. It says your experience matters. Your feelings are valid. You are worth my full attention. In a noisy world, this is profound. 43. Brainstorming. Let your mind float freely as we explore creative abundance. Brainstorming isn't about finding the right answer. It's about generating lots of answers, then choosing. The key is separation. First, diverge. Create without judging. Later, converge. Evaluate and select. Mixing these kills creativity. During idea generation, ban criticism. Every idea is welcome, even terrible ones. Especially terrible ones. Bad ideas often contain seeds of good ones. What if we painted it purple? Might be silly, but it sparks. What if we used unexpected colors? Now you're somewhere. Quantity over quality at first. Set a goal. Let's get 50 ideas. This forces your brain past obvious answers into creative territory. The first 10 are predictable. Ideas 20 through 40 get interesting. Build on others' ideas. Yes and not yes, but each contribution adds rather than negates. This creates momentum and safety. Get physical. Write on whiteboards, use sticky notes, draw diagrams. Movement activates different brain areas. Change environments. Different rooms, outdoor spaces, coffee shops. New settings spark new thinking. Set constraints. Paradoxically, limitations boost creativity. Design a chair is overwhelming. Design a chair using only 3 materials under $50. Give structure to innovate within. Use prompts. What would a child do? What would make this 10 times bigger? What if we did the opposite? These shift perspective. Take breaks. Your unconscious keeps working. Solutions often arrive when you've stopped trying. The shower, the walk, the edge of sleep. These are brainstorming's best friends. Capture everything. That weird thought might be genius tomorrow. Don't trust memory. Write it down. Brainstorming is play. Let yourself be silly, wild, impractical. You can always edit later. But you can't edit a blank page. 44. Attention span. Feel your focus settling like dust after a breeze. Attention is the currency of the modern age. Everyone wants it. Everything distracts it. Your ability to sustain focus determines what you can achieve. Start by understanding your attention is trained, not fixed. Right now it might be scattered. That's habit, not destiny. Single task. Multitasking is a myth. Your brain switches rapidly between tasks, losing efficiency and depth each time. Do one thing fully, then move to the next. Remove distractions before starting. Phone in another room. Email closed. Door shut. You can't resist temptation that's in your face. Make distraction hard to access. Use time blocks. I'll focus for 25 minutes, then break for 5. The Pomodoro technique works because finite feels manageable. You can do anything for 25 minutes. Build gradually. If you can focus for 10 minutes, don't try for 60 tomorrow. Go for 15, then 20. Progressive overload like training any capacity. Notice when attention wanders. Not with judgment, but with gentle redirection. Oh, I'm thinking about lunch. Back to this. Each return strengthens focus. Take real breaks. Scrolling isn't rest. Your attention needs actual recovery. Walk, stretch, close your eyes. Let your mind wander intentionally. Match tasks to energy. Deep focus work in your peak hours. Administrative tasks when energy dips. Work with your rhythm, not against it. Monotasking meditation helps. Focus on breath for 5 minutes. Your mind will wander dozens of times. Each time you notice and return, you're training attention. Sleep matters enormously. Tired brains can't focus. Protect your sleep like you'd protect your most valuable asset. Because it is. Your attention span isn't broken. It's just untrained. Train it daily, patiently, deliberately. Deep focus is a superpower in a distracted world. 45. Habit formation. Let your breathing find its rhythm as we explore the architecture of lasting change. Habits are the invisible structures of your life. You don't decide most actions. You default to them. Change your habits, change your life. Start tiny. Impossibly tiny. Want to exercise? Commit to 1 push-up. Want to meditate? 1 breath. Want to read? 1 page. Tiny is sustainable. Tiny doesn't trigger resistance. Once started, you often continue. But even if you don't, 1 is infinitely more than 0. Stack habits. Attach new behaviors to existing ones. After I pour coffee, I'll write 1 sentence. After I brush teeth, I'll floss 1 tooth. The existing habit becomes the trigger. Make it obvious. Visual cues work. Running shoes by the bed. Book on the pillow. Guitar in the living room. Environment shapes behavior more than willpower. Make it attractive. Pair habits you need with habits you want. Listen to podcasts only while walking. Watch shows only while folding laundry. Temptation bundling leverages what you already crave. Make it easy. Reduce friction. Lay out gym clothes the night before. Pre-cut vegetables. Pre-write your to-do list. Every obstacle you remove makes the habit more likely. Make it satisfying. Track it visually. Gold stars, check marks, chains of consistency. Your brain loves visible progress. Don't break the chain becomes powerful motivation. Identity matters most. Don't just do the behavior. Become the person who does it. Not, I'm trying to run, but I'm a runner. Identity drives action more than goals. Miss a day? That's fine. Never miss twice. 1 miss is a slip. 2 starts a pattern. Get back immediately. Habits compound. 1% better daily becomes 37 times better yearly. Small changes, given time, create remarkable transformations. Be patient. Be consistent. Be tiny. 46. Build confidence. Feel yourself growing taller as we explore unshakable self-trust. Confidence isn't thinking you'll never fail. It's knowing you'll handle whatever happens. That's the difference. It's built through evidence, not affirmations. Start by keeping promises to yourself. I'll exercise today. Then do it. Each kept promise deposits into your self-trust account. Each broken promise withdraws. Build the account through consistency. Take small risks. Speak up in meetings. Try the new activity. Wear the bold outfit. Each time you survive, even thrive, your confidence grows. You're collecting evidence. I can do hard things. Focus on growth, not perfection. I'm improving is more powerful than I'm the best. Growth mindset builds lasting confidence. Fixed mindset creates fragility. Prepare thoroughly. Confidence and competence correlate. The more you know, the more assured you feel. Do your homework. Practice your skills. Earn your confidence. Celebrate small wins. Finished a difficult task? Acknowledge it. Had a good conversation? Notice it. Most people dismiss their progress. Don't. Track it. Body language affects feelings. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Take up space. Your body tells your brain how to feel. Confident posture creates confident feelings. Reframe failure. I tried and learned beats. I failed and I'm worthless. Confident people fail frequently. They just don't make it mean something about their worth. Surround yourself with supporters. People who believe in you make believing in yourself easier. Avoid people who diminish you. Help others. Confidence grows when you make a difference. Mentor someone. Volunteer. Share your skills. Being useful builds worth. Stop comparing. Someone will always be further ahead. So what? You're on your own path, your own timeline. Compare yourself to past you. That's the only comparison that matters. Confidence is quiet. Insecurity is loud. Build the real thing. 47. Resilience. Settle into your unbreakable core as we explore the art of bouncing back. Life will knock you down. That's not pessimism. That's reality. Resilience isn't avoiding the fall. It's getting back up. Again and again. Build your foundation first. Sleep, nutrition, movement, connection. When these are solid, you can weather more. When they're shaky, small problems feel catastrophic. Develop a growth mindset. This is hard, not I can't do this. One allows for possibility. The other shuts doors before you try. Reframe adversity. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this teaching me? Every difficulty contains lessons if you're willing to look. Build strong relationships. Social support is the strongest predictor of resilience. People who weather storms best don't do it alone. Cultivate friendships. Invest in family. Join communities. Practice acceptance. Some things you can change. Others you can't. Wisdom is knowing which is which. Accept what you can't control. Pour energy into what you can. Maintain perspective. Will this matter in 5 years? Often the answer is no. This doesn't minimize your pain. It helps you not catastrophize. Find meaning. People who see purpose in suffering endure better. This is making me stronger. Or, I'll help others who face this transforms pain into something purposeful. Take care of yourself physically during stress. Your body and mind aren't separate. When you're exhausted, everything feels harder. Rest. Eat well. Move your body. Learn from past resilience. You've survived 100% of your worst days. Remember that. You're tougher than you think. Practice small resilience daily. Cold showers. Hard conversations. Disappointments. Each one is training. You're building the muscle you'll need for bigger challenges. Resilience isn't a trait you have or don't have. It's a skill you build. Practice it daily. 48. Discipline. Let your spine straighten as we explore the foundation of freedom. Discipline sounds restrictive. It's actually liberating. It's doing what you said you'd do, especially when you don't feel like it. That's the gap where growth happens. Motivation is fleeting. Comes and goes like weather. Discipline is steady. It shows up regardless of mood. Motivated you makes plans. Disciplined you follows through. Connect discipline to purpose. Why does this matter? I need to exercise lacks power. I want to be healthy for my children, or I want to feel strong in my body. Provides fuel when motivation fades. Create systems, not just goals. Lose weight is a goal. Meal prep every Sunday and walk every morning is a system. Systems run regardless of feelings. Start with one area. Don't overhaul your entire life Monday morning. Pick one discipline. Master it. Then add another. Sustainable trumps dramatic. Remove decision fatigue. Decide once, then execute. Same workout time daily. Same morning routine. Same bedtime. Decisions drain willpower. Routines conserve it. Make discipline easy. Prepare the night before. Remove obstacles. Create friction for bad habits. Reduce it for good ones. Discipline shouldn't require heroic willpower. Track it. Visible progress reinforces discipline. Checkmarks on a calendar. Numbers in a spreadsheet. Seeing consistency motivates more consistency. Forgive slips quickly. You'll miss days. That's human. The disciplined response isn't shame. It's immediate return. No drama. No starting over Monday. Just resume. Discipline creates compound interest. Small daily actions accumulate into massive results. One workout does little. 100 workouts transform you. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's the bridge between goals and achievement. Build it daily, patiently, deliberately. Your future self will thank you. 49. Stay calm. Let everything settle as we explore the eye of the storm. Calmness isn't the absence of chaos. It's steadiness within it. The world spins frantically. You don't have to. Breathe first. Always. When stress hits, your breath shortens. Deliberately slow it. Deep breath in for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 6. This signals safety to your nervous system. Everything shifts. Pause before responding. That email that angered you? Wait an hour before replying. That comment that hurt? Sleep on it. Hot reactions are usually regretted. Calm responses are usually respected. Zoom out. Will this matter tomorrow? Next week? Next year? Most things that feel enormous shrink with perspective. Save your stress for what actually matters. Control what you can. Release what you can't. You can't control traffic. You can control your response to it. You can't control others' opinions. You can control your relationship with them. Focus your energy wisely. Lower your baseline stress. If you're constantly wound tight, small problems feel catastrophic. Sleep enough. Move regularly. Eat well. Connect deeply. These aren't luxuries. They're necessities for calmness. Practice calm in low-stakes situations. That minor inconvenience? It's training. Stay calm there and you build capacity for bigger challenges. Calm isn't suppression. Feel your feelings, but don't let them dictate your actions. You can be angry and calm simultaneously. The anger is valid. The calm is strategic. Create calming rituals. Music, tea, walks, breathing. Quick resets when you feel yourself escalating. Use them before you're too activated. Reframe pressure. I'm nervous, and I'm excited. Feel similar physically. Choose the interpretation that serves you. Your body is preparing you to perform, not warning you to panic. Calm people aren't unaffected. They're regulated. Build that regulation like any skill. Practice daily. 50. Conflict resolution. Breathe through tension as we transform disagreement into understanding. Conflict is inevitable wherever humans exist. Resolution is optional, skillful, learnable. Start with the goal. Not winning, not being right, but finding a solution that works for everyone involved. This shift changes everything. Listen first. Truly listen. Most conflicts escalate because both sides are talking. Neither is hearing. Let them speak fully. Don't interrupt. Don't defend. Just receive. Reflect back what you heard. So you're frustrated because this does two things. Confirms understanding and it makes them feel heard. Feeling heard often dissolves half the conflict. Separate person from problem. Attack the issue, not each other. This situation is frustrating, not you're frustrating. The problem is external. You're both trying to solve it. Use I statements. I feel unheard when. Not you never listen. One shares your experience. The other attacks theirs. One invites dialogue. The other invites defense. Find common ground. What do you both want? Often there's overlap. We both want this project to succeed. Start there. Build from shared goals. Ask questions. Help me understand your perspective. What would a good solution look like to you? Curiosity disarms defensiveness. Look for win-win solutions. Not compromise where everyone loses something. Creative solutions where everyone gains. What if we tried this instead? Stay calm. When you escalate, they escalate. When you're calm, you invite calm. Your regulation can regulate the entire interaction. Know when to pause. If it's getting heated, take a break. Let's revisit this in an hour when we're both calmer. This isn't avoidance. It's wisdom. Apologize when appropriate. I'm sorry for my part in this opens doors. It shows maturity, humility, willingness to repair. Most conflicts need repair more than resolution. Focus on moving forward, not rehashing the past. What happens now matters more. 51. Research skills. Let your mind become curious and methodical as we explore the art of finding truth. Research isn't just for academics. It's a life skill. The ability to find reliable information empowers every decision you make. Start with better questions. Not just, what is this? But who benefits from this narrative? What am I not seeing? Where does this information come from? Good questions lead to good answers. Use multiple sources. Never trust a single article, website, or expert. Cross-reference. When 3 independent sources agree, you're probably on solid ground. Check the source's source. Articles cite studies. Read the actual study. Headlines distort. Summaries simplify. Original sources tell fuller stories. Evaluate credibility. Who wrote this? What's their expertise? What's their bias? Everyone has bias. Acknowledging it helps you read more critically. Look at dates. Information ages. Medical advice from 10 years ago might be outdated. Technology changes rapidly. Make sure you're reading current information when it matters. Distinguish fact from opinion. The study showed X is fact. Therefore, we should do Y is opinion. Both can be valuable, but know which is which. Use academic databases when appropriate. Google Scholar, PubMed, JSTOR. These contain peer-reviewed research more reliable than random websites. Learn to skim efficiently. Read abstracts. Check conclusions. Scan for key terms. You don't need to read everything word for word. Organize what you find. Take notes. Tag sources. Create systems so you can find information again. Future you will thank present you. Be willing to change your mind. The point of research isn't confirming what you believe. It's discovering what's true. Stay humble. Stay curious. Good research is a conversation between you and knowledge. 52. Fake news detection. Settle into critical awareness as we navigate the information landscape. Fake news isn't new, but its speed and reach are. Learning to spot it protects you from manipulation. Check the source. Is this a reputable outlet or something designed to look reputable? Fake sites often mimic real ones. abcnews.com.co isn't ABC News. Look carefully. Read beyond headlines. Headlines are designed for clicks, not accuracy. The article might say something entirely different, or it might not exist at all. Some people share based on headlines alone. Check the date. Old stories resurface, presented as new. That shocking event might have happened years ago. Context matters. Look for author information. Real journalists use their names and credentials. Anonymous or vague authors are red flags. Not always fake, but worth more scrutiny. Reverse image search photos. That dramatic image might be from a different event, different year, different country entirely. Images are easily misused. Check your emotional reaction. Fake news targets emotions. Rage, fear, outrage. If you feel intensely reactive, pause. You're being manipulated. Think before sharing. Read multiple sources. If it's real news, multiple reputable outlets will cover it. If only one obscure site has this exclusive, be skeptical. Watch for absolute language. Always, never, everyone, completely. Reality is nuanced. Propaganda is absolute. Use fact-checking sites. Snopes, FactCheck, PolitiFact. They've likely already investigated viral claims. Consider what's not said. What information is missing? What context is stripped away? Omission misleads as effectively as lies. Ask who benefits. Follow the money. Who gains from you believing this? That reveals motivation. Slow down. Fake news relies on speed. Share now, verify later. Reverse that. Verify now, share later. Or don't share at all. Being informed means being careful about what you accept as true. 53. Sleep optimization. Let your body sink deeper as we honor the foundation of everything. Sleep isn't optional. It's when your body repairs, your brain consolidates memories, your emotions regulate. Optimize it, and life improves across every dimension. Consistency matters most. Same bedtime, same wake time, even weekends. Your body craves rhythm. Give it predictability. Create a wind-down routine. An hour before bed, dim lights. Put away screens. The blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Read, stretch, journal. Signal to your body. Rest is coming. Keep your bedroom cool. 60 to 67 degrees is optimal. Your body temperature drops during sleep. Help it along. Make it dark. Blackout curtains or a sleep mask. Even small amounts of light disrupt sleep quality. Your bedroom should be a cave. Quiet matters. White noise machines or ERP ads if your environment is loud. Your brain stays partially alert to sounds. Minimize them. Reserve your bed for sleep and intimacy only. Not work, not eating, not scrolling. Train your brain. Bed equals sleep. Watch caffeine timing. None after 2 p.m. It has a 6-hour half-life. That afternoon coffee is still in your system at bedtime. Alcohol disrupts sleep architecture. You might fall asleep faster, but the quality is poor. You wake unrefreshed. Limit it. Exercise helps, but not too close to bedtime. Morning or afternoon is ideal. Evening workouts can be too energizing. If you can't sleep, get up after 20 minutes. Lying there frustrated creates negative associations. Do something calming, return when sleepy. Naps are fine if they don't interfere with night sleep. 20 minutes max, before 3 p.m. Longer or later disrupts your rhythm. Honor your sleep. Treat it as seriously as any other health behavior. Everything improves when you're well rested. Everything. 54. Street smarts. Sharpen your awareness as we explore practical wisdom. Street smarts isn't about being tough. It's about being aware, adaptable, and safe in the real world. Trust your instincts first. That uncomfortable feeling around someone? That sense something's off? Listen. Your subconscious processes more than your conscious mind. Stay aware of surroundings. Look up from your phone. Notice who's around you, where exits are, what's happening. Predators target the oblivious. Project confidence even when you don't feel it. Walk with purpose. Make eye contact briefly. Uncertain people attract trouble. Confident people deter it. Know your neighborhood. What's normal here? Strangers standing around at midnight might be fine in some places, alarming in others. Context is everything. Keep valuables hidden. Flashing expensive items advertises targets. Blend in when possible. Don't accept drinks you didn't pour or watch being made. Don't leave drinks unattended. Basic safety that prevents serious harm. Travel in groups when possible, especially at night. There's safety in numbers. If alone, stay in well-lit, populated areas. Have an exit plan always. In buildings, know where exits are. In conversations, know how to leave. In situations, know your options. This isn't paranoia. It's preparedness. Keep your phone charged. A dead phone is a safety risk. Keep emergency contacts saved. Learn basic self-defense, not for fighting, but for confidence and last resort protection. Read body language. Aggressive postures, invasion of personal space, intense staring. These signal threat. Create distance. Don't be polite at the expense of safety. If someone makes you uncomfortable, leave. You don't owe explanations. Street smarts is situational intelligence. Each environment has its rules. Learn to read them, adapt to them, stay safe within them. Awareness is your best protection. 55. First aid. Breathe calmly as we prepare for moments that matter. First aid isn't about being a doctor. It's about bridging the gap between injury and professional help. These skills save lives. Learn CPR. Hands-only CPR is simple. Hard and fast compressions in the center of the chest to the rhythm of staying alive. Do this until help arrives. You could save someone. Control bleeding. Direct pressure on the wound with clean cloth. Press firmly. Don't peek to check. Maintain pressure until help comes. For severe bleeding, this is critical. Recognize heart attack signs. Chest pain, arm pain, shortness of breath, nausea. Don't assume it's nothing. Call emergency services immediately. Aspirin can help if they're not allergic. No stroke signs. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call for help. FAST is the acronym. Every minute matters with strokes. Treat burns correctly. Cool running water for 10 minutes. Not ice. Cover with clean, dry cloth. Don't apply creams or butter. For serious burns, seek medical help. Handle choking with the Heimlich maneuver. Stand behind them, fist above their belly button, quick upward thrusts. Know how to use an EpiPen for severe allergic reactions. Inject into outer thigh, hold for several seconds. Call emergency services even after using it. Keep a first aid kit accessible. Bandages, antiseptic, gauze, pain relievers, emergency numbers. Hope you never need it, but be prepared. Stay calm in emergencies. Your calm helps the injured person stay calm. Panic helps no one. Call for professional help. First aid is first, not only. Get experts involved. Don't move someone with potential spinal injury unless immediate danger requires it. You could worsen the injury. Take a first aid course. Reading helps. Practice is better. These skills rust without refresher training. First aid is hope in action. 56. Impostor Syndrome. Let the tension soften as we name the invisible thief. Impostor syndrome is feeling like a fraud despite evidence of competence. I don't belong here. I fooled everyone. They'll discover I'm not that good. Sound familiar? You're not alone. High achievers experience this most. The more you succeed, the more you fear exposure. Recognize it's a feeling, not a fact. Feelings are real, but they're not always true. You feel like an imposter. That doesn't make you one. Separate evidence from emotion. List your qualifications, accomplishments, skills. Look at the facts. They hired you. They chose you. They see something you're dismissing. Understand that competence feels like incompetence when you're growing. Being challenged means you're stretching. That discomfort is growth, not inadequacy. Everyone else isn't confident. They're just not sharing their doubts. You're comparing your inside to their outside. Stop that. Talk about it. Share your feelings with trusted people. You'll discover they feel it too. Impostor syndrome loses power when spoken aloud. Reframe the narrative. Not I got lucky, but I worked hard and earned this. Not they'll find out I'm a fraud, but I'm learning and improving. Own your achievements. When someone compliments you, say, thank you, not, it was nothing. Accept credit gracefully. You earned it. Collect evidence. Save positive feedback. Record accomplishments. When imposter syndrome strikes, review this proof. Let facts counter feelings. Expect discomfort in new roles. Not belonging yet is normal. You're supposed to feel awkward at first. Give yourself time to grow into the role. Help others. Teaching reveals how much you actually know. Mentoring shows your competence through reflected appreciation. Imposter syndrome isn't proof you don't belong. It's proof you're humble enough to question yourself. That's actually a strength. 57. Inner critic. Breathe gently as we meet the harsh voice inside. Your inner critic speaks in your voice, but its words aren't yours. They're absorbed messages from childhood, from failures, from fears, and they're often cruel. First, notice it. That running commentary. You're so stupid. You'll never get this right. Everyone's judging you. That's the critic speaking. Name it. There's my critic again. This creates distance. You're not those thoughts. You're the awareness observing them. Ask where it comes from. The critic usually formed to protect you. If you criticize yourself first, maybe others won't. If you expect the worst, disappointment hurts less. Thank it for trying to protect you. Then explain you don't need that kind of protection anymore. Challenge its accuracy. Always fails is probably false. Never does anything right is demonstrably untrue. The critic deals in absolutes. Reality is nuanced. What would you say to a friend? You'd never speak to others the way your critic speaks to you. Extend yourself the same compassion you offer others. Replace criticism with coaching. Not you're so lazy but you're tired. What do you need? Not you always mess up, but what can you learn from this? Coaching improves. Criticism just wounds. Create an inner ally. Develop a kinder voice. One that acknowledges difficulty while offering support. This is hard and you're doing your best. Practice this voice until it becomes automatic. Limit exposure to external critics. People who constantly judge or belittle you strengthen your inner critic. Protect yourself from toxicity. Celebrate small wins. The critic dismisses your progress. Actively counteract this. Notice what went well. Acknowledge your efforts. Your inner critic will never fully disappear, but you can reduce its volume and change its tone. You deserve kindness, especially from yourself. 58. Gratitude. Let warmth spread through your chest as we explore the simplest magic. Gratitude isn't pretending everything is perfect. It's noticing what's good even when things are hard. and it changes everything. Start small. Each morning, name 3 things: your warm bed, your favorite coffee, a friend who makes you laugh. This trains your brain to scan for good. We naturally focus on threats and problems. Gratitude rebalances the lens. Be specific. Not just family, but the way my daughter laughed at breakfast. Specific gratitude creates richer emotion and stronger memory. Write it down. Gratitude journals work because writing deepens the practice. 1 sentence per item is enough. Consistency matters more than length. Express gratitude to others. Thank you for listening. I appreciate how you helped me. Voiced gratitude strengthens relationships and multiplies joy. Gratitude works even in difficulty. Especially in difficulty. I'm grateful for my health while dealing with job loss. I'm grateful for what I learned after a failure. This isn't toxic positivity. It's resilient perspective. Find gratitude for challenges. I'm grateful this showed me who my real friends are. I'm grateful this forced me to grow. Hardship often contains hidden gifts. Notice small pleasures. The sun on your face. A good song. Clean water. We overlook daily miracles. Reawaken wonder. Practice gratitude before sleep. It's been shown to improve sleep quality and mood. End your day by acknowledging its gifts. Gratitude doesn't ignore suffering. It refuses to let suffering define everything. Both can exist. Pain and beauty. Struggle and blessing. Difficulty and grace. Gratitude is a practice, not a feeling you wait for. Do it regularly and the feeling follows. Your brain actually rewires. You become someone who notices good, who expects good, who creates more good through your noticing. Simple but profound. 59. Growth mindset. Relax into possibility as we explore the most empowering belief. Fixed mindset says, I am what I am, smart or not, talented or not. This is it. Growth mindset says, I am what I'm becoming. Every effort grows me. Every challenge teaches me. I'm unfinished. Same person. Entirely different trajectory. Embrace yet. I can't do this yet. I don't understand yet. That word changes everything. It implies time, effort, and eventual success. View effort as path to mastery. Fixed mindset sees effort as proof of inadequacy. If I were smart, this would be easy. Growth mindset sees effort as how you get better. This is hard because I'm learning. Reframe failure. Not I failed, but I learned what doesn't work. Not I'm bad at this, but I'm developing this skill. Language shapes belief. Love challenges. They're not threats to your ego. They're invitations to grow. The hard problems build the most capacity. Learn from criticism. Fixed mindset hears attack. Growth mindset hears information. What can I use here? Even harsh feedback contains useful data if you're willing to find it. Find inspiration in others' success. Not threat. Not comparison. Inspiration. If they can, maybe I can too. What did they do that I could learn from? Understand that brain grows with use. Neuroplasticity is real. New neural pathways form through practice. Your brain at 40 isn't your brain at 20. You've shaped it through what you've done. Process over outcome. Celebrate effort, strategy, progress. Not just wins. The journey matters more than the destination. Replace, I'm not good at this with I'm working on this. See yourself in motion, not fixed in place. Growth mindset isn't pretending limits don't exist. It's refusing to accept current limits as permanent. You're always capable of more than you think. Given time, effort, strategy, and persistence, you can develop almost anything. Believe in your growth. Act on that belief. Become proof of it. 60. Embrace flaws. Soften completely as we befriend imperfection. Your flaws aren't obstacles to being loved. They're part of being human. And humans are flawed by design. Perfectionism is a cage. Keeps you frozen, terrified to try, devastated by minor mistakes. Embracing flaws sets you free. Name your flaws honestly, not with shame but with acknowledgement. I'm impatient sometimes. I struggle with organization. I interrupt when excited. Seeing clearly is the first step to self-acceptance. Distinguish between flaws and faults. Flaws are quirks, imperfections, human limitations. Faults are harmful patterns you can change. Accept flaws. Work on faults. Your flaws often connect to your strengths. Impatience pairs with drive. Sensitivity creates depth. Stubbornness enables persistence. You're a package deal. Accept the whole. Share your flaws selectively. Vulnerability builds intimacy. I'm terrible with names, or I get anxious in crowds. This humanity makes you relatable, approachable, real. Stop comparing. You see everyone's highlight reel and your behind-the-scenes mess. They have flaws too, hidden but there. Everyone is figuring it out as they go. Use flaws as filters. People who can't handle your imperfection aren't your people. The ones who love you as is, those are your tribe. Laugh at yourself. Self-deprecating humor, done kindly, shows you don't take yourself too seriously. This is freeing and attractive. Work on what matters. Some flaws are worth addressing. If it hurts you or others, work on it. If it's just not fitting someone else's mold, let it be. Practice self-compassion. Treat your flaws the way you treat a friend's. With understanding, kindness, acceptance. You deserve the same grace you extend to others. Flawed is not the opposite of lovable. Flawed is the prerequisite for being human. And humans, with all their beautiful imperfections, are absolutely worthy of love. Especially yours. 61. Planning. Let your mind organize gently as we create clarity from chaos. Planning isn't about controlling the future. It's about being prepared for it. Start with the end. What do you actually want? Not vague wishes, but specific outcomes. Be healthier is vague. Exercise 3 times weekly for 30 minutes is specific. Clarity creates direction. Break it down. Big goals overwhelm. Small steps invite action. Write a book feels impossible. Write 300 words daily feels doable. Every mountain is climbed one step at a time. Work backwards. If you need this done by Friday, what must happen Thursday? Wednesday. Map the path from goal to now. This reveals what's actually required. Identify dependencies. Some things must happen before others. You can't edit before you write. You can't launch before you build. Sequence matters. Set realistic timelines. We typically underestimate how long things take. Add buffer. Give yourself breathing room. Rushed plans create stress and mistakes. Prioritize ruthlessly. Not everything is urgent. Not everything matters equally. Focus on high-impact activities. Let go of busy work. Build in flexibility. Plans change. Life interrupts. Rigid plans break. Flexible plans adapt. Leave space for the unexpected. Review regularly. Weekly check-ins keep you on track. What worked? What didn't? What needs adjusting? Plans aren't set in stone. They're living documents. Use tools that work for you. Calendars, lists, apps, notebooks. The best system is the one you'll actually use. Plan time for planning. 15 minutes each Sunday can organize your entire week. This upfront investment saves hours of confusion. But don't overplan. Planning becomes procrastination when you never act. Plan enough, then execute. The best plan acted upon beats the perfect plan pondered endlessly. Planning creates calm. You know what's next. You're prepared. You're ready. 62. Time management. Breathe deeply as we honor your most precious resource. You can't create more time. You can only choose how to spend what you have. And those choices shape your life. Start by tracking. 1 week, record how you actually spend time. Not how you think you spend it, but reality. The data will surprise you. Most people waste more time than they realize. Identify your priorities. What actually matters? Family? Health? Career? Creativity? Be honest. Then look at your time allocation. Does it match your stated priorities? If not, adjust. Time block your calendar. Assign specific activities to specific times. Monday, September 11th. Deep work. Tuesday, June 7th. Exercise. When it's scheduled, it's more likely to happen. Protect your deep work time. This is when you do your most important work. Guard it fiercely. No meetings. No interruptions. Phone off. Door closed. Batch similar tasks. Answer emails twice daily, not constantly. Make calls back to back. Switching between task types drains energy. Batching conserves it. Learn to say no. Every yes to something is a no to something else. Saying no to distractions means saying yes to priorities. Use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Longer? Schedule it or delegate it. This prevents small tasks from accumulating. Eliminate time thieves, mindless scrolling, excessive meetings, perfectionism on unimportant tasks. Cut them ruthlessly. Build in recovery. Intense focus requires rest. Schedule breaks. Take walks. Let your mind wander. Sustainability beats burnout. Review your week. What worked? What didn't? Where did time leak? Continuous improvement compounds. Time management isn't about cramming more in. It's about making space for what matters. You have enough time for your priorities. You just have to protect it. 63. Work-life balance. Let tension release as we explore sustainable living. Work-life balance isn't 50-50 every day. It's overall equilibrium across time. Some seasons are work-heavy. Others are life-heavy. The goal is not drowning in either. Set boundaries. Work hours end. Then you stop. Finish the email tomorrow. The urgent can wait. Your life can't. Create transitions. Between work and home, have a ritual. Change clothes. Take a walk. Listen to music. Signal to your brain work is done, life begins. Protect family time. Dinner together. Bedtime routines. Weekend adventures. These aren't luxuries. They're necessities. They're why you work. Schedule personal time like work meetings. Thursday 7 p.m. Yoga gets the same respect as Thursday 2 p.m. Client call. Both matter. You matter. Learn to disconnect. Evenings and weekends. Silence work notifications. Be present where you are. Divided attention serves no one well. Invest in relationships. Work provides income. Relationships provide meaning. Don't sacrifice meaning for income. You'll regret it later. Pursue hobbies. Something just for you. Not productive. Not monetized. Just joyful. This refills your cup. Take real vacations. Not checking email on the beach. Actually away. Your brain needs complete breaks to restore. Communicate needs clearly. Tell your boss your boundaries. Tell your family your commitments. Clarity prevents resentment and misunderstanding. Reassess regularly. Is this sustainable? Am I sacrificing things that matter? What needs to change? Don't wait for burnout. Adjust early. Remember why you work. To live, not the other way around. Work serves life, not life serves work. When that inverts, recalibrate immediately. Balance isn't perfect division. It's knowing what matters and protecting it. Some days work wins. Some days life wins. Overall, you win. That's balance. 64. Social adaptation. Relax into flexibility as we learn to flow between worlds. Social adaptation isn't changing who you are. It's adjusting how you show up based on context. At a funeral, you're somber. At a wedding, celebratory. Same you, different expression. This is wisdom, not fakeness. Read the room first. Before engaging, observe. What's the energy? Formal or casual? Loud or quiet? Serious or playful? Match the tone. Notice communication styles. Some groups are direct. Others hint. Some debate passionately. Others avoid conflict. Adapt your approach to what works here. Adjust your formality level. Hey works with friends. Good morning works with clients. Code switching isn't dishonest. It's respectful. Mirror energy when appropriate. High energy group? Bring yours up. Calm setting? Bring yours down. This creates resonance and comfort. Learn cultural norms. Different cultures have different rules. Eye contact. Personal space. Directness. When in new environments, watch and learn before jumping in. Ask when uncertain. What's the dress code? How do things usually work here? People appreciate when you care enough to ask. Stay authentic within adaptation. You're adjusting style, not values. You can be professional without being fake. You can be casual without being disrespectful. Find your flexible authenticity. Be conscious of power dynamics. You speak differently to your boss than to your reports, to elders than to peers. This isn't weakness. It's social intelligence. Practice versatility. The more contexts you navigate successfully, the easier it becomes. You're building a broader range. Don't lose yourself. Adaptation has limits. If you can't be yourself at all, you're in the wrong environment. Find places where your authentic self fits. Social adaptation is a tool, not a requirement. Use it to connect, to respect, to succeed. But never to disappear completely. Your core remains constant. Your expression flexes. That's maturity. 65. Leadership. Feel your presence strengthen as we explore guiding others. Leadership isn't about authority. It's about influence. You don't need a title to lead. You need vision, integrity, and the courage to move first. Start with self-leadership. You can't lead others where you won't go yourself. Model what you expect. Your actions speak louder than any directive. Create and communicate vision. Where are we going? Why does it matter? Paint the picture clearly. People follow vision more than they follow people. Serve those you lead. Your job is removing obstacles, providing resources, developing capability. Leadership is service, not power. Listen more than you speak. Your team has insights you don't. Create space for their voices. The best leaders make others feel heard. Empower, don't micromanage. Give people autonomy within clear boundaries. Trust them. Support them. Let them grow. Make difficult decisions. Leadership means choosing when choices are hard. Delay doesn't make it easier. Decide, commit, move forward. Communicate clearly and often. Over-communicate. Assumptions breed confusion. Clarity breeds confidence. Say it multiple ways until everyone understands. Acknowledge mistakes openly. I was wrong from a leader builds trust, not weakness. Vulnerability is strength when combined with accountability. Celebrate others' success. Shine light on your team. Their wins are your wins. Generosity creates loyalty and motivation. Stay calm in crisis. Your emotional state sets the tone. When you panic, everyone panics. When you're steady, confidence spreads. Develop other leaders. Your legacy isn't what you accomplish. It's who you develop. Create more leaders, not more followers. Lead with values, not just goals. How you get there matters as much as where you arrive. Integrity isn't optional. Leadership is influence. Use yours to elevate, empower, and inspire. That's leadership that lasts. 66. Team building. Settle into connection as we create something larger than individuals. Teams aren't just groups of people. They're unified entities working toward shared goals. Building them requires intention. Start with psychological safety. Team members must feel safe to speak up, make mistakes, disagree, ask questions. Without safety, people hide and teams struggle. Establish clear roles. Who does what? Who owns which areas? Clarity prevents duplication and gaps. Everyone knows their contribution matters. Create shared goals. Not just work goals, but team goals. We support each other. We communicate openly. These bonds matter as much as output. Build trust through consistency. Do what you say. Follow through. Show up. Over time, reliability becomes trust, and trust becomes foundation. Facilitate connection. Team lunches. Casual check-ins. Shared experiences outside formal work. Relationships deepen collaboration. Encourage diverse perspectives. Hire different backgrounds, thinking styles, experiences. Homogeneous teams miss blind spots. Diversity strengthens problem solving. Address conflicts early. Don't let resentment fester. Create space for difficult conversations. Healthy teams work through tension, not around it. Celebrate together. Wins, milestones, effort. Recognition bonds teams and reinforces positive culture. Share information transparently. Secrets create suspicion. Openness creates inclusion. When people understand the why, they're more invested. Encourage peer recognition. Not just leader to team member, but member to member. I appreciate when you builds lateral bonds. Make meetings meaningful. No one likes wasting time together. Clear agendas, necessary attendees, actionable outcomes. Respect everyone's time. Develop shared language and inside jokes. These small bonds create identity. You're not just co-workers, you're a team. Invest in team development. Workshops, retreats, training together. Growth strengthens unity. Great teams are in. 67. Delegation. Breathe out control as we embrace multiplication. Delegation isn't dumping work. It's developing others while freeing yourself for higher-level contribution. Yet many struggle to release control. Start by identifying what to delegate. Tasks others can do, even if not exactly like you would. Anything that doesn't require your unique skills or authority. Be strategic. Choose the right person. Who has capacity? Who needs development? Who would benefit from this challenge? Match task to person thoughtfully. Provide context, not just tasks. Explain why this matters, how it fits the bigger picture. Understanding increases investment and better decision-making. Be clear about expectations. What does success look like? What's the deadline? What's the budget? Ambiguity sets everyone up for frustration. Clarify upfront. Give authority with responsibility. If they're accountable for results, they need authority to make decisions. Don't delegate tasks but keep control. That's not delegation, that's micromanagement. Stay available for support. Delegation isn't abandonment. I'm here if you need me provides safety net without hovering. Check in at milestones, not constantly. Trust the process. Resist the urge to redo it your way. If it accomplishes the goal, it's successful. Different approach doesn't mean wrong approach. Except good enough. Perfectionism kills delegation. If they can do it 70% as well as you, delegate it. You'll free up time for things only you can do. Provide feedback afterward. What went well? What could improve? This develops their capability for next time. Delegation is investment, not efficiency loss. Thank them genuinely. Acknowledge their effort and contribution. Recognition reinforces willingness to help again. Delegation multiplies your impact. What you can do is limited. What your team can do is exponential. Let go. Trust others. Watch everyone grow, including yourself. 68. Learn effectively. Let curiosity awaken as we master the art of mastery. Learning isn't about natural talent. It's about effective strategy. Anyone can learn anything given the right approach and enough time. Start with why. When you understand why something matters, motivation follows. Connect new knowledge to existing purpose. Use active learning. Reading is passive. Teaching is active. After learning something, explain it to someone. This reveals gaps and deepens understanding. Practice retrieval. Don't just reread notes. Close them and recall from memory. Struggling to remember strengthens memory. The effort itself is learning. Space your practice. Cramming feels productive but fades quickly. Distributed practice, spread over time, creates lasting retention. Study in different environments. Your brain links memory to context. Multiple contexts create multiple retrieval paths, making recall easier. Interleave subjects. Don't just practice math for 3 hours. Mix math, then history, then writing. Variety strengthens learning and maintains engagement. Test yourself frequently. Practice problems. Flashcards. Quizzes. Testing isn't just evaluation. It's one of the most effective learning tools. Embrace difficulty. If it feels easy, you're not learning much. Productive struggle means growth is happening. Stay with the discomfort. Teach what you learn. Explaining to others forces clarity. You can't teach what you don't understand. This exposes and fills knowledge gaps. Take breaks. Your brain consolidates during rest. Walk away periodically. Solutions and insights often arrive when you've stopped actively trying. Sleep matters enormously. Memory consolidation happens during sleep. All-nighters sacrifice the very process that makes learning stick. Stay curious. Ask questions. Dig deeper. Why does this work? What if we tried this instead? Curiosity accelerates learning. Learning is a skill. The more you learn how to learn, the easier everything becomes. You're in. 69. Delayed gratification. Feel patience settling into your bones as we explore the foundation of achievement. Delayed gratification is choosing later rewards over immediate pleasure. It's the marshmallow test applied to life, and it predicts success remarkably well. Understand the power. Compound interest, skill development, relationship building, career advancement, all require patience. Quick wins feel good. Lasting wins require waiting. Visualize the future reward. Make it concrete. Don't just think, I'll be healthier. Picture yourself energetic, strong, confident. The clearer the vision, the easier the wait. Break the waiting into milestones. 1 year until I finish this degree feels endless. 12 weeks until semester ends feels manageable. Chunk the delay into digestible pieces. Celebrate progress. You don't wait until the end for all rewards. Mark milestones along the way. This maintains motivation during the long middle. Remove immediate temptations. Saving money? Don't browse online stores. Eating healthy? Don't keep junk food accessible. Environment shapes behavior. Design yours wisely. Use if-then planning. If I want to quit, then I'll remember why I started. Pre-deciding responses to temptation makes them easier to execute. Practice in small ways. Choose water over soda. Choose the stairs over elevator. Choose reading over scrolling. These small delays build the muscle. Reframe the wait. It's not deprivation. It's investment. You're not sacrificing now. You're building future. The mindset shift makes it sustainable. Connect to values. Why does the delayed reward matter? How does it align with who you want to be? Purpose makes patience possible. Remember past wins. Times you delayed gratification and it paid off. You've done this before. You can do it again. Delayed gratification isn't about never enjoying now. It's about not sacrificing important futures for trivial presents. Some pleasures are worth waiting for. Most achievements require it. 70. Smart risks. Feel courage building as we distinguish between reckless and strategic. Risk is unavoidable. Playing it completely safe is the biggest risk of all. It guarantees you'll never grow, never achieve, never discover what's possible. Smart risks are calculated. Assess probability. What's likely to happen? What's the range of outcomes? Don't just focus on worst case. Consider all possibilities objectively. Evaluate cost. What do you lose if this fails? Is it recoverable? Risking your life savings on a hunch is foolish. Risking 5% on a calculated bet is strategic. Consider upside. What do you gain if this works? Sometimes massive upside justifies moderate risk. Risk-reward ratio matters more than risk alone. Start small. Test ideas before full commitment. Pilot programs. Trial periods. Minimum viable versions. Learn cheaply before betting big. Gather information. Research. Consult experts. Study similar situations. The more you know, the smarter your risk decisions become. Have a backup plan. If this doesn't work, what's plan B? Knowing you have options makes risk less paralyzing. Set decision criteria. If X happens, I'll continue. If Y happens, I'll pivot. Pre-deciding reduces emotional decision-making during uncertainty. Trust your intuition but verify with data. Gut instinct combined with analysis is more powerful than either alone. Risk when you're strong. Take calculated risks from positions of stability, not desperation. Desperation creates reckless choices. Stability enables strategic ones. Learn from failures. Every risk that doesn't pan out teaches you something. Extract the lesson. Apply it to the next decision. Accept that not all risks pay off. Even smart risks sometimes fail. That's okay. You're playing probabilities, not guarantees. The willingness to risk intelligently is what creates progress. Stay safe and stay stuck. Risk wisely and grow exponentially. Choose smart risks regularly. 71. Anxiety management. Let your shoulders drop as we befriend the worried mind. Anxiety isn't weakness. It's your alarm system working overtime. The key isn't eliminating it completely, but managing it skillfully. Breathe differently. When anxious, your breath becomes shallow and rapid. Deliberately slow it. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. This activates your calming nervous system. Your body follows your breath. Ground yourself in the present. Anxiety lives in the future, in what might happen. Use your 5 senses to return to now. 5 things you see. 4 you can touch. 3 you hear. 2 you smell. 1 you taste. This interrupts the worry spiral. Challenge anxious thoughts. What if I fail? Ask, what evidence supports this? What other outcomes are possible? What would I tell a friend thinking this? Question the catastrophe. Name it. I'm feeling anxious. Labeling the emotion reduces its intensity. You create distance between you and the feeling. You're not anxiety. You're experiencing anxiety. Big difference. Move your body. Anxiety is energy. Burn it. Walk, run, dance, stretch. Physical movement metabolizes stress hormones. Your body was preparing you to move, so move. Limit caffeine and sugar. Both amplify anxiety. If you're already on edge, stimulants push you over. Notice the connection between what you consume and how you feel. Practice worst-case scenario. Fully imagine it. Then ask, could I survive this? What would I do? Often you realize you'd cope. The unknown is scarier than the imagined. Create a worry period. 15 minutes daily. Write all worries. Outside that time, postpone worry. I'll think about that during worry time. This contains anxiety instead of letting it contaminate your whole day. Connect with others. Anxiety isolates. Share what you're feeling. Connection soothes the nervous system more than any technique. Develop a toolkit. Breathing, grounding, movement, talking. Different situations need different tools. 72. Take criticism. Breathe steadily as we transform feedback into fuel. Criticism stings. That's human. But how you handle it determines whether it wounds you or grows you. Pause before reacting. Your first impulse might be defensiveness. That's normal. Don't act on it immediately. Breathe. Create space between receiving and responding. Listen fully. Don't interrupt with explanations. Don't dismiss it. Receive it completely. Even if you disagree, understand their perspective first. Separate the message from the delivery. Sometimes valuable feedback arrives harshly. Don't reject truth because you don't like the packaging. Extract what's useful regardless of tone. Ask clarifying questions. Can you give me an example? What specifically would you like to see different? This shows you're taking it seriously and helps you understand clearly. Assume positive intent. Most people criticize because they care, they're invested, they want better. Even if it doesn't feel that way, this assumption helps you receive it constructively. Acknowledge what's true. If parts are valid, say so. You're right. I did miss that deadline. Owning valid criticism builds respect and trust. Distinguish between feedback and attack. Constructive criticism addresses behavior and offers improvement path. Personal attacks question your worth. Ignore attacks. Consider feedback. Thank them. Even if you disagree, appreciate they took time to share. Thank you for telling me. I'll think about this. Graciousness costs nothing and maintains relationships. Reflect privately. Away from the moment, consider it honestly. Is there truth here? What can you learn? Even unfair criticism sometimes contains kernels of insight. Decide what to do. Keep what helps. Release what doesn't. You're not obligated to accept all criticism. You're obligated to consider it thoughtfully. Implement changes where appropriate. Let actions show you received the message. Growth is the best response to criticism. 73. Basic cooking. Let the warmth of the kitchen embrace you as we explore essential nourishment. Cooking isn't about being fancy. It's about feeding yourself well, saving money, and gaining independence. These basics will serve you forever. Master a few foundational skills. Knife skills: how to sauté, how to roast, how to boil pasta. These techniques unlock thousands of meals. Learn to make rice and beans. Together they're complete protein, cheap, versatile, and filling. This alone prevents starvation and saves hundreds monthly. Perfect scrambled eggs. Low heat, constant stirring, remove before fully set. Soft, creamy, protein-rich. Breakfast solved. Roast vegetables. Any vegetables. Toss in oil, salt, pepper. 400 degrees for 25 minutes. Simple, healthy, delicious. Make a basic tomato sauce. Sauté garlic and onions. Add canned tomatoes. Simmer. Season. This becomes pasta sauce, pizza sauce, soup base. One recipe, many meals. Learn to season properly. Salt, pepper, garlic, herbs. Taste as you go. Adjust. Seasoning transforms bland into delicious. Keep staples stocked. Rice, pasta, canned tomatoes, beans, frozen vegetables, eggs, oil, salt, spices. With these, you can always make something. Follow recipes initially. They teach technique and proportions. Once comfortable, improvise. Cooking becomes creative when you understand basics. Prep ingredients before cooking. Everything chopped, measured, ready. This prevents burning things while you frantically search for the next ingredient. Don't fear mistakes. Burnt dinner? Order pizza and try again tomorrow. Every cook has disasters. They're learning opportunities disguised as bad meals. Start simple. Don't attempt complicated recipes when beginning. Master easy meals first. Confidence builds from success. Cook in batches. Sunday, make large portions. Eat all week. This saves time and ensures you eat well even when tired. Cooking is self-care. It's nourishing yourself literally and metaphorically. 74. Decluttering. Feel lightness approaching as we clear physical and mental space. Clutter isn't just stuff. It's delayed decisions. Each item represents, I'll deal with this later. Now is later. Start small. One drawer. One shelf. One corner. Don't try to declutter your entire home in a day. Overwhelm guarantees quitting. Use the 4-box method. Keep, donate, trash, relocate. Every item goes in one box. This forces decisions and creates clear action steps. Ask key questions. Do I use this? Do I love this? Would I buy this again today? If no to all three, it goes. Be honest. Let go of just in case. You're keeping things for hypothetical futures that rarely arrive. If you haven't used it in a year, you probably won't. Release guilt items. Gifts you don't want. Expensive mistakes you can't admit. Things you should use. Guilt keeps clutter. Letting go creates peace. One in, one out. Buy something new? Remove something old. This prevents reaccumulation. Digitize when possible. Photos, documents, manuals. Digital takes no physical space. Scan and shred. Designate homes for items. Keys go here. Mail goes there. When everything has a place, maintaining order becomes automatic. Clear surfaces daily. Kitchen counter. Desk. Nightstand. Clear surfaces create calm minds. 10 minutes daily prevents weekend chaos. Appreciate empty space. You don't need to fill every shelf. Breathing room is beautiful. Space itself has value. Handle paper immediately. Bill arrives? Pay it or file it. Junk mail? Shred it. Magazine? Read it or recycle it. Piles happen when you postpone decisions. Question sentimental items carefully. Memory lives in you, not in objects. Keep a few meaningful things. Release the rest. Photos capture memories better than boxes of stuff. Decluttering isn't about minimalism. It's about intentionality. Keep what serves you. Release what doesn't. Create space for what matters. Physical clarity supports mental clarity. A clear space is a clear mind. 75. DIY repairs. Feel confidence building as we embrace basic self-sufficiency. You don't need to be a professional. Basic repairs save money, build confidence, and create independence. Start with essential tools. Screwdriver set, hammer, pliers, wrench, tape measure, level. These handle most common fixes. Quality basics beat cheap everything. Learn to unclog drains. Plunger first. Baking soda and vinegar next. Snake tool if needed. Most clogs don't need a plumber. Save yourself the call-out fee. Fix running toilets. Usually it's the flapper. Watch a video. Replace the part. $5 and 10 minutes solve what wastes gallons and money. Patch holes in walls. Spackle, putty knife, sand, paint. Your security deposit thanks you. These small fixes prevent big deductions. Stop leaky faucets. Often it's just a worn washer. Turn off water, disassemble, replace washer, reassemble. Satisfaction guaranteed. Replace light fixtures. Turn off power at the breaker. Disconnect old fixture. Connect new one matching wire colors. You can do this. Reset circuit breakers. Locate your panel. Flip the tripped breaker off then on. Most electrical problems solve this easily. Tighten loose screws. In hinges, handles, furniture. Small fix, big difference. Carry a screwdriver and tighten as you notice. Prevent bigger problems. Oil squeaky hinges. A drop of oil silences annoying squeaks. Such a simple fix for daily irritation. Clean filters regularly. Air filters, dryer lint, refrigerator coils. Regular maintenance prevents expensive repairs. Google and YouTube are teachers. How to fix. Finds tutorials. Watch twice. Try once. Learn constantly. Know your limits. Some things need professionals. Electrical beyond basics. Gas lines. Structural issues. Knowing when to call in experts is also a skill. Start small. Each successful repair builds capability and confidence. You'll surprise yourself with what you can fix. Self-reliance feels empowering. 76. Road safety. Stay alert as we protect life's most dangerous daily activity. Driving feels routine. That familiarity breeds complacency. Stay sharp. Your life and others depend on it. Eliminate distractions completely. Phone away. Not just while driving, but before starting. Can't wait? Pull over safely. No text is worth a life. Follow the 2-second rule. When the car ahead passes a point, count 2 seconds before you reach it. This gives stopping distance. In rain or ice, make it 4 seconds. Use turn signals always. Not just legally required, but courtesy and safety. Signal intentions so others can respond appropriately. Check blind spots. Mirrors show most things, not everything. Quick head check before changing lanes prevents terrible surprises. Adjust to conditions. Rain, fog, ice, snow demands slower speeds and extra caution. Most accidents happen when people drive for conditions that don't exist. Don't drive drowsy. Tired driving impairs judgment like alcohol. If you're struggling to stay awake, stop and rest. Arrive late but alive. Maintain your vehicle. Tires, brakes, lights, wipers. Regular maintenance prevents accidents caused by mechanical failure. Expect the unexpected. That car might run the red light. That pedestrian might step out. The defensive driver prepares for others' mistakes. Never drive impaired. Alcohol, drugs, extreme emotions. All compromise judgment. Have a plan. Designated driver, rideshare, staying put. Always wear your seatbelt. Every trip, every person. The simplest safety measure that saves thousands of lives yearly. Obey speed limits. They're set for conditions. Faster isn't just illegal, it's dangerous. The few minutes saved aren't worth the risk. Stay calm. Road rage helps nobody. Someone cuts you off? Breathe. Let it go. Arriving angry helps nobody. Be predictable. Drive consistently with traffic flow. Erratic driving confuses others and causes accidents. Road safety is active, constant, humble. Respect the machine. 77. Mindful eating. Slow your breath as we transform the daily act of eating. Most people eat unconsciously. Phone in one hand, fork in the other, mind elsewhere. Mindful eating brings awareness to nourishment. Start by removing distractions. No screens, no reading, no working. Just you and your food. This simple change transforms eating. Look at your food before eating. Colors, arrangement, steam rising. Engage your eyes first. Eating begins before the first bite. Smell deeply. Aroma activates digestion and enhances flavor. Take a moment to appreciate scent. Notice your hunger level. Are you actually hungry or eating from habit, boredom, emotion? Check in before eating. This awareness prevents mindless consumption. Eat slowly. Put your fork down between bites. Chew thoroughly. Rushing bypasses satisfaction. Slowness allows enjoyment and proper digestion. Taste fully. First bite especially. Notice flavors, textures, temperature. Really experience what you're eating. Food becomes more satisfying when fully tasted. Notice fullness cues. Your body signals satisfaction before your plate is empty. Listen. Stop when satisfied, not stuffed. This prevents overeating. Appreciate the journey to your plate. Someone grew this. Someone transported it. Someone prepared it. Gratitude enhances nourishment. Eat without judgment. No good foods or bad foods. Just food. Nourishment. Pleasure. Release moral weight from eating choices. Notice emotional eating patterns. Do you eat when stressed? Sad? Bored? Awareness is the first step to changing patterns. Hydrate properly. Often thirst masquerades as hunger. Drink water throughout the day. Your body needs it. Listen to your body's wisdom. It knows what it needs. Cravings contain information. Decode them with curiosity, not judgment. Mindful eating isn't about perfection. It's about presence. Even one mindful meal daily shifts your relationship with food. You're not just eating. You're nourishing yourself with awareness and care. 78. Learn from failure. Relax into acceptance as we reframe your greatest teacher. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the path to success. Everyone who's achieved anything has failed repeatedly. The difference is what they did next. Feel the failure fully. Disappointment, frustration, embarrassment. These feelings are valid. Don't bypass them. Process them. Then, extract the lesson. Ask better questions. Not why did this happen to me? But what can I learn from this? Not who's to blame. But what would I do differently? Remove emotion, add curiosity. Identify specific causes. Vague "I failed" helps nobody. "I didn't prepare enough" or "I ignored warning signs" gives actionable information for next time. Distinguish between controllable and uncontrollable. You can't control market conditions or other people's choices. You can control effort, preparation, attitude. Focus energy on what you can change. Look for patterns. One failure teaches one lesson. Multiple failures in similar areas reveal deeper patterns worth addressing. Failure is expensive education. You've paid for these lessons with disappointment. Don't waste the tuition by not learning. Share your failures. Vulnerability connects. Others learn from your mistakes too. Your transparency helps someone else avoid similar pain. Adjust your approach. Insanity is trying the same thing expecting different results. Failure demands adaptation. Try a new method, angle, or strategy. Celebrate trying. You risked. You attempted. You put yourself out there. Many never do. Failure means you're playing, not spectating. That takes courage. Fail faster. The quicker you fail, the quicker you learn, the sooner you succeed. Prolonging attempts that aren't working delays progress. Recognize that failure is temporary. This attempt failed. That doesn't make you a failure. You're someone learning, growing, trying. Big difference. The most successful people have the most failures. They just didn't stop. 79. Own mistakes. Feel integrity settling in as we embrace accountability. Owning mistakes is scary. It feels vulnerable. But it's the foundation of trust, growth, and self-respect. Acknowledge it quickly. Don't hide, minimize, or delay. "I made a mistake," said immediately prevents small errors from becoming big problems. Be specific. "I messed up the report" is vague. "I submitted the report with incorrect data in section 3 is accountable. Specificity shows you understand what went wrong. No excuses or blame shifting. Not "but he," or "if only they." Just ownership. "I did this. It was wrong. I'm sorry." Clean, clear, complete. Explain without justifying. Context can be helpful. "I was rushing and didn't double-check." This explains but doesn't excuse. You still own it. Apologize genuinely. "I'm sorry," said with eye contact and sincerity. Not "I'm sorry you feel that way," which shifts blame. Own the impact, not just the action. Express what you'll do differently. "Next time I'll build in review time before submitting." This shows you've learned and prevents repetition. Make amends where possible. Can you fix it? Should you compensate? What repairs the harm? Action matters more than words. Follow through. Actually do what you said you'd do. Consistency rebuilds trust that mistakes damaged. Don't over-apologize. Own it once clearly, then move forward. Excessive apologies become annoying and undermine your credibility. Learn from it. Each owned mistake teaches. What pattern does this reveal? What system could prevent this? Turn mistake into improvement. Forgive yourself. After acknowledging, apologizing, and learning, release it. Carrying guilt forever helps nobody. Move forward wiser. Model accountability. When you own mistakes, you create culture where others can too. This builds teams and relationships where honesty flourishes. Owning mistakes isn't weakness. It's strength. It says, "I'm human. I'm honest. I'm growing." People respect that. More importantly, 80. Reach out. Feel connection beckoning as we overcome isolation. Humans are wired for connection, yet reaching out feels hard. Pride, fear, shame build walls. Break them down. You need people. They need you. Recognize when you need help. Struggling alone isn't strength. It's stubbornness. Asking for help is wisdom. Connection is courage. Start small. Text a friend. Thinking of you. Simple, easy, opens doors. You don't need crisis to reconnect. Choose the right person. Not everyone can hold your vulnerability. Pick someone trustworthy, compassionate, available. Quality matters more than quantity. Be direct. "I'm struggling and need to talk" is clear. Don't hint and hope they'll guess. Most people want to help but need invitation. Share authentically. You don't need to perform strength. Honest struggle builds deeper bonds than false perfection. Real recognizes real. Accept help graciously. Thank you without deflecting or minimizing. Let people give to you. It's a gift to them too. Reach out before crisis. Don't wait until you're drowning. Regular connection prevents isolation and provides support before emergency. Reciprocate. Relationships are give and take. Be there when others reach out. Build mutual support networks. Join communities. Groups, clubs, classes, volunteer organizations. Structured connection is easier than forming friendships from scratch. Use professional help when needed. Therapists, counselors, support groups. Trained help for serious struggles. No shame in this. Smart. Text crisis lines if immediate. You're never as alone as you feel. Help exists. Resources wait. People care. Don't isolate in pain. Reaching out feels vulnerable because it is. That vulnerability is also beautiful. It's human. It's how we survive and thrive together. You're not meant to do this alone. None of us are. Reach out. Someone is waiting to reach back. Connection heals. Let it. 81. Commitment. Feel your resolve deepening as we explore the power of follow-through. Commitment is doing what you said you'd do, long after the feeling you said it in has left. It's the difference between wishing and becoming. Understand what you're committing to. Clarity prevents regret. Don't commit vaguely. Know exactly what you're promising and to whom. Count the cost before committing. Time, energy, resources, opportunity cost. Can you actually sustain this? Overcommitting serves no one. Be realistic. Start with small commitments. Keep them consistently. Build your reputation with yourself. Each kept promise deposits into your self-trust account. Make fewer commitments more deeply. Better to fully honor 3 things than partially honor 10. Depth beats breadth. Expect the motivation to fade. It will. Commitment carries you when feelings fail. This is when it actually matters. Plan for obstacles. You'll get tired, distracted, discouraged. Decide now how you'll handle these moments. Pre-commitment prevents quitting. Track your progress. Visible evidence of consistency motivates continued commitment. Checkmarks, streaks, milestones matter. Communicate clearly when circumstances change. If you can't fulfill a commitment, speak up early. Renegotiate honestly rather than disappearing or disappointing. Surround yourself with committed people. Their consistency reinforces yours. Character is contagious in both directions. Remember your why. When commitment feels hard, reconnect to purpose. Why did this matter? Does it still? Purpose fuels persistence. Celebrate completion. When you finish what you started, acknowledge it. This reinforces the neural pathway of follow-through. Commitment builds character. Each kept promise shapes you into someone who can be trusted. By others, yes, but more importantly, by yourself. Your word to yourself is sacred. Honor it. Commitment isn't about never changing your mind. It's about being intentional when you do. Choose carefully. Calm. 82. Body awareness. Settle into your physical self as we reconnect with the vessel you live in. Most people exist from the neck up, disconnected from their body. Body awareness brings you home. Start with breath. Notice it without changing it. Chest breathing or belly breathing. Shallow or deep. Fast or slow. Just observe. Scan your body systematically. Start at your toes. Notice sensation or lack of it. Move upward slowly. Feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs. Just noticing. No judgment. Identify tension. Where are you holding stress? Jaw? Shoulders? Stomach? Simply becoming aware often releases some of it. Notice your posture right now. Are you slouched? Tilted? Compressed? Adjust gently. Your body appreciates small corrections. Pay attention to hunger and fullness. Really feel them. Many people eat by clock rather than body signals. Reconnect to internal cues. Notice energy levels throughout the day. When do you feel most alert? When does energy dip? Work with your natural rhythms instead of against them. Feel emotions physically. Anxiety tightens your chest. Sadness feels heavy. Joy expands. Emotions live in your body first. Befriend discomfort. Not all sensations need immediate fixing. Sometimes your body just needs acknowledgement. I feel you. I'm here. Move mindfully. Whether walking, stretching, or exercising, stay present in the movement. Feel muscles working. Notice balance and coordination. Recognize your body's wisdom. That instinct to rest. Listen. That urge to move. Honor it. Your body knows what it needs. Appreciate what your body does. Not how it looks, but what it accomplishes. Every breath, every step, every heartbeat. Your body is working for you constantly. Develop body literacy. Learn your patterns, your triggers, your signals. The more you understand your body's language, the better you can respond. Body awareness isn't about perfection. It's about presence. Living in your body, not just dragging it through life. You are embodied. Remember that. 83. Dress sense. Let confidence settle in as we explore self-expression through clothing. Dress sense isn't about fashion. It's about intention, appropriateness, and presenting yourself authentically. Start with fit. Clothes that fit well look expensive even when they're not. Too tight or too loose both diminish appearance. Find your actual size. Understand your body type. Different shapes suit different cuts. This isn't limitation, it's optimization. Dress for the body you have, not the one you wish you had. Build a foundation. Neutral basics in good quality. White shirt, well-fitting jeans, black pants, simple dress. These form the base that everything builds on. Quality over quantity. 5 pieces you love and wear constantly beat 30 pieces you tolerate. Invest in items you wear most. Shoes, coat, jeans. These see heavy use and reward quality investment. Dress for the occasion. Job interview, beach party, funeral, date night. Each has appropriate attire. Context awareness shows respect and social intelligence. Consider color. Some colors make you glow. Others wash you out. Notice which is which. Wear what brings life to your face. Accessorize simply. 1 or 2 thoughtful pieces. Jewelry, belt, watch, scarf. Accessories add personality without overwhelming. Maintain what you own. Clean, pressed, mended clothes show self-respect. Wrinkled shirt says, I don't care. Crisp shirt says, I care about details. Develop your style. Not what influencers wear, but what makes you feel like yourself. Authentic style attracts more than trendy copying. Dress slightly better than required. Not overdressed, just polished. This signals you value the situation and yourself. Comfort matters. If you're constantly adjusting or uncomfortable, you'll project that discomfort. Find the intersection of appropriate and comfortable. Confidence is the best accessory. Wear what makes you feel good. That confidence radiates more than any brand name. Dress sense is self-respect made visible. 84. Thick skin. Breathe deeply as we build emotional resilience. Thick skin doesn't mean not feeling. It means not letting everything penetrate to your core. It's protection without hardness. Perspective is everything. Most criticism says more about the critic than you. Their insecurity, their values, their lens. Don't internalize their projections. Consider the source. Feedback from someone you respect, whose judgment you trust, whose life you admire. Consider it seriously. Random internet stranger? Release it immediately. Separate opinion from fact. You're terrible is opinion. This section needs work, is potentially useful feedback. Learn to distinguish between them. Develop emotional distance. Imagine criticism hitting a shield 3 feet in front of you. It doesn't have to reach your heart. This isn't suppression. It's boundaries. Choose your battles. Not every comment deserves response. Not every opinion requires your energy. Let most things go. Save your energy for what matters. Build self-knowledge. When you know who you are, others' opinions lose power. You have internal validation. External noise becomes just that, noise. Focus on your circle of concern. Family, close friends, mentors. Their thoughts matter. Everyone else is commentary. Narrow your circle, expand your peace. Use criticism as information, not identity. They think X about me, not I am X. You receive feedback, you don't become it. Practice non-reaction. When criticized, pause. Breathe. Respond later if needed. Immediate reaction is usually defensiveness. Delayed response is usually wisdom. Remember, you can't please everyone. Trying to do so pleases no one, especially yourself. Accept that some people won't like you. That's not your problem to fix. Develop internal metrics. Judge yourself by your values, not their opinions. Am I living with integrity? Am I growing? Those answers matter. Theirs don't. Thick skin isn't callousness. It's wisdom, knowing what in and what to let bounce off. 85. Nurture friendships. Feel warmth spreading as we tend to life's most valuable gardens. Friendships don't maintain themselves. They require intention, effort, care. Like plants, they thrive with attention or wither from neglect. Reach out regularly. Don't wait for them to always initiate. Thinking of you, texts, quick calls, coffee invitations. Small, consistent contact beats grand occasional gestures. Show up in hard times. Anyone can be there for celebrations. True friends show up in struggles, in grief, in mundane Tuesdays when life feels heavy. Remember details. Their promotion, their sick parent, their big presentation. Ask about these things later. Remember details, say, you matter to me. Listen without fixing. Sometimes friends need solutions. Often they just need witness. Ask, do you want advice or just someone to listen? Then honor their answer. Celebrate their wins genuinely, not with jealousy or comparison. Pure celebration. Their success doesn't diminish yours. Joy shared multiplies. Forgive minor offenses. Forgotten text, canceled plan, thoughtless comment. Grace for small mistakes keeps friendships alive. Save boundaries for repeated patterns. Be vulnerable. Share your struggles, not just highlights. Authentic friendship requires authentic sharing. Perfection creates distance. Humanity creates connection. Create traditions. Annual trips, monthly dinners, weekly calls. Rituals build bonds and create shared history. Respect their other relationships. Friends have partners, families, other friends. Possessiveness suffocates. Freedom sustains. Adapt to life changes. Friendships evolve through marriages, moves, kids, careers. Flexibility allows friendship to grow rather than break. Apologize when you mess up. You will. Acknowledge it. Make it right. Good friends repair, they don't perfect. Invest time. Relationships deepen through hours spent together. Nothing replaces actual time. Make space for it. Express appreciation. Tell them what they mean to you. 86. Good posture. Feel your spine lengthening as we align your physical presence. Posture isn't vanity. It's health, confidence, and communication all in one. Your body position speaks before you do. Understand the impact. Poor posture creates pain, reduces energy, signals insecurity. Good posture prevents problems, increases vitality, projects confidence. Find neutral spine. Stand against a wall. Head, shoulders, hips touching. There's a small curve at your lower back. That's natural. Feel this alignment. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Lengthening, not straining. Your spine stacks naturally. Shoulders feel effortless. Relax your shoulders down and back. Not forced, just released. We carry tension here. Regular release prevents that forward hunch. Engage your core gently. Not clenching, just aware. Your core supports your spine. When it's weak, everything else compensates and hurts. Check your sitting. Feet flat on floor. Knees at 90 degrees. Back supported. Screen at eye level. Most sitting is actually slouching. Set up your environment properly. Look up more. Phones create text neck. We crane forward for hours. Every few minutes, lift your gaze. Roll your shoulders. Stretch your neck. Move your hips. Sitting isn't the problem. Motionless sitting is. Shift positions regularly. Your body needs variety. Strengthen supporting muscles. Core back, glutes. Strong muscles maintain good posture effortlessly. Weak muscles create compensation and pain. Use reminders. Phone alerts, sticky notes, posture apps. Initially, you'll need prompts. Eventually, awareness becomes automatic. Notice how posture affects mood. Slouching creates heaviness. Upright creates energy. Your body position influences your mental state. Be patient. If you've had poor posture for years, correction takes time. Muscles need retraining. Habits need forming. Consistency matters more than perfection. Good posture isn't rigid. It's aligned, balanced, easeful. 87. Handle rejection. Breathe through the sting as we reframe one of life's hardest experiences. Rejection hurts. That's biology. We're wired for belonging. Exclusion feels like survival threat. But you can handle this. Feel it fully first. Don't bypass the pain. Disappointment, hurt, embarrassment, all valid. Let yourself feel it completely. Then extract meaning. Separate rejection from worth. They said no to your proposal, your application, your invitation. They didn't reject your fundamental value as a human. This distinction is crucial. Consider what rejection actually means. Sometimes it's about fit, not quality. You're not everyone's right match. That's okay. Make space for someone's yes. Look for specific feedback. Not this time is different from here's what needs improvement. If there's actionable feedback, use it. If not, release it. Remember the numbers game. More attempts equal more rejections and more successes. Every no brings you closer to yes. This is statistics, not personal. Reframe rejection as redirection. That job you didn't get? Maybe it prevented you from finding the better one. That person who said no? Maybe they weren't your person. Trust the bigger plan. Don't catastrophize. One rejection isn't pattern. You applied once and heard no. That's data, not destiny. Keep going. Build rejection resilience. Intentionally seek small rejections. Ask for discounts. Pitch ambitious ideas. Request opportunities. The more you face rejection, the less it devastates. Practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself like you'd talk to a friend facing rejection. Kindness, perspective, encouragement. You deserve your own gentleness. Keep perspective. Yes, this hurts. But have you survived rejections before? You have. You're still here, still trying, still growing. This too shall pass. Rejection is proof you tried. You put yourself out there. Many never do. That courage deserves recognition, regardless of outcome. 88. Budgeting. Let financial clarity settle in as we master money management. Budgeting isn't restriction. It's intention. It's telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Start by tracking everything. 1 month, record every penny spent. No judgment, just awareness. You can't change what you don't see. Calculate your income. What actually arrives in your account. Use net, not gross. After-tax income is what you have to work with. List your expenses. Fixed costs like rent, utilities, insurance. Variable costs like food, gas, entertainment. See where money actually goes. Use the 50-30-20 rule as starting point. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. Adjust based on your situation. Prioritize essentials first. Housing, food, utilities, transportation. These are non-negotiable. Cover basics before luxuries. Build an emergency fund. Start with $1,000. Then build to 3 to 6 months of expenses. This prevents debt when unexpected hits. Pay yourself first. Move savings before spending. If you wait to save what's left, nothing's left. Automate this. Use zero-based budgeting. Every dollar gets assigned. Income minus expenses equals 0. Nothing floats unaccounted. This creates control. Cut mindfully. Look at wants category. What actually brings joy? What's habit or mindless spending? Keep what matters, eliminate what doesn't. Find areas to optimize. Meal planning reduces food costs. Bundled insurance saves money. Library replaces bookstore. Small changes compound. Review monthly. What worked? What didn't? Adjust accordingly. Budgets are living documents, not rigid rules. Plan for irregular expenses. Annual fees, car maintenance, gifts. Set aside monthly so they don't derail you. Use apps or spreadsheets, whatever you'll actually use. The best system is the one you maintain. Be realistic. Unrealistic budgets get abandoned. Build in flexibility. Life happens. Budgeting creates freedom. 89. Frugality. Relax into intentional simplicity as we distinguish between cheap and wise. Frugality isn't deprivation. It's getting maximum value from resources. It's spending on what matters and cutting what doesn't. Know your values. What actually brings you joy? Travel? Experiences? Time with family? Spend freely there. Cut mercilessly everywhere else. Wait before buying. 24 hours for small purchases. 30 days for large ones. This prevents impulse buying. Most wants fade given time. Buy quality where it matters. Cheap shoes hurt and wear out. Good shoes last years. Invest in what you use daily. Buy cheap where it doesn't. Name brand cereal tastes the same as store brand. Packaging isn't worth premium. Use what you have first. Before buying new, shop your home. That thing you need might already be there. Forgotten. Maintain what you own. Clothes last longer with proper care. Cars run longer with maintenance. Preservation beats replacement. Learn basic skills. Cooking, repairs, alterations. Each skill saves hundreds yearly and builds competence. Buy second-hand first. Furniture, books, clothes, Tools. Gently used costs fraction of new and works perfectly. Borrow or rent occasionally needed items. Why own a ladder you use once yearly? Share with neighbors or rent when needed. Cancel unused subscriptions. Monthly charges hide in plain sight. Audit regularly. That gym you don't visit costs money monthly. Embrace free entertainment. Library, parks, free community events. Hiking. Joy doesn't require spending. Meal plan and cook. Restaurants charge triple for convenience. Home cooking saves thousands yearly and is usually healthier. Repair before replacing. Many things can be fixed cheaper than replaced. YouTube teaches most repairs. Frugality isn't about being cheap. It's about being intentional. Spending deliberately on what matters. Saving on what doesn't. This creates freedom, not restriction. Money saved is money available for dreams. 90. Know when to quit. Breathe into clarity as we explore one of life's hardest decisions. Quitting has bad reputation. We're taught persistence always wins. But sometimes wisdom means knowing when to walk away. Distinguish between temporary hardship and fundamental misalignment. All worthwhile pursuits have difficult moments. But if the core doesn't fit, persistence becomes stubbornness. Assess honestly. Is this still serving you? Are you growing or just going through motions? Does this align with your values and goals? Ask the opportunity cost question. What are you not doing because you're doing this? Is this the best use of your limited time and energy? Check your why. Why did you start? Does that reason still exist? If your motivation has fundamentally changed, the commitment should too. Listen to your body. Chronic stress, constant dread, physical symptoms. Your body knows before your mind admits. Don't ignore these signals. Evaluate outcomes. Are you making progress even slowly? Or are you spinning wheels, investing effort without return? Data matters. Seek outside perspective. People who care about you, who understand the situation. They often see what you can't. But ultimately, you decide. Consider sunk cost carefully. I've already invested so much keeps people in wrong situations. Past investment doesn't justify future investment if the path is wrong. Plan your exit. Don't just quit impulsively. Have a transition plan. This makes quitting strategic, not reactive. Know the difference between quitting and pivoting. Sometimes you're not leaving, you're redirecting. Slight course corrections aren't failure. Release shame around quitting. Our culture glorifies persistence even when it's unwise. Sometimes walking away is the bravest choice. Not everything deserves completion. Quitting frees you for better fits, new opportunities, aligned paths. Sometimes the win is knowing when to walk away. That's wisdom, not weakness. 91. Stay humble. Let your ego soften as we explore quiet strength. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. It's confidence without arrogance, strength without dominance. Recognize your limits. You don't know everything. You can't do everything. Acknowledging this isn't weakness. It's accuracy. Create space to learn and grow. Listen more than you speak. You learn nothing while talking. Humble people create space for other voices, other perspectives, other wisdom. Credit others generously. Success is rarely solo. Acknowledge contributions. Share spotlight. Lifting others doesn't diminish you. It multiplies impact. Admit mistakes readily. I was wrong builds respect. Defending obvious errors loses it. Humble people own their missteps without drama. Stay curious. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. Humble people remain students regardless of expertise. Learn from everyone. The janitor knows things you don't. The child sees what you've forgotten. The critic offers perspective you're missing. Everyone is your teacher if you're humble enough to learn. Celebrate others' success without jealousy. Their win doesn't diminish yours. Abundance mindset, not scarcity. There's enough success for everyone. Don't name drop or brag. Let your work speak. Humble people don't need to advertise their achievements. Quality announces itself. Remember where you came from. Success can create amnesia. Remember your struggles, your helpers, your luck. This keeps you grounded. Avoid comparison. You're not better than or less than. You're different. Comparison feeds ego or crushes spirit. Stay in your lane. Serve without seeking recognition. Do good work because it matters, not for applause. Impact matters more than acknowledgement. Stay teachable. The more you achieve, the more tempting to believe you've figured it out. Resist this. Stay open, stay learning, stay humble. Humility attracts. Arrogance repels. 92. Escape toxicity. Feel your boundaries strengthening as we reclaim your peace. Toxic relationships drain life force. They damage mental health, self-esteem, and future. Recognizing and leaving them is self-preservation. Identify toxicity clearly. Constant criticism, manipulation, gaslighting, disrespect, one-sided effort, emotional volatility. These aren't occasional bad days. They're patterns. Trust your body. You dread seeing them. You feel exhausted after interactions. You walk on eggshells. Your body knows toxicity before your mind names it. Stop making excuses for them. Difficult childhood. Stressful job. Their own pain. Understanding doesn't require staying. Compassion can exist from distance. Document patterns. Write down specific incidents. Dates, words, actions. Gaslighting makes you doubt your perception. Documentation provides proof. Plan your exit carefully, especially if there's financial entanglement, shared living space, or potential danger. Safety first. Strategic departure beats impulsive escape. Set firm boundaries as first step. Sometimes boundaries improve relationships. Often toxic people violate boundaries, confirming you need distance. Reduce contact gradually if needed, or cut completely if appropriate. There's no rule requiring slow fade. Trust your judgment about what's safe. Expect pushback. Toxic people don't release control easily. Love bombing, guilt trips, promises to change. Stay firm. Actions matter, not words. Build support system. Leaving toxicity is hard. Lean on friends, family, therapists. You need people who understand and support your choice. Grieve the loss. Even toxic relationships had good moments. You can mourn what you hoped it would be while accepting what it was. Resist returning. Nostalgia lies. Remember why you left. Don't let lonely moments erase valid reasons for leaving. Protect your peace fiercely. You deserve relationships that nourish, not drain. That build you up, not tear you down. Walking away from toxicity. 93. Functional fitness. Feel strength building as we embrace practical movement. Functional fitness isn't about looking good. It's about moving well through life. Building capacity for daily living and aging gracefully. Train movements, not muscles. Squat, hinge, push, pull, carry, rotate. These patterns appear in life constantly. Master them and life becomes easier. Focus on compound exercises. Squats, deadlifts, push-ups, rows, lunges. These work multiple muscle groups and translate to real activities. Build core strength. Your core stabilizes everything. Strong core prevents back pain, improves posture, enhances all movement. Balance matters increasingly. Practice single-leg exercises. Balance challenges. These prevent falls and maintain independence as you age. Include mobility work, flexibility and range of motion. Stretch, foam roll, move joints through full range. Stiffness creates injury and limits life. Train for life's demands. Lifting groceries, picking up children, climbing stairs, getting off the floor. These are what matter most. Use your body weight. Push-ups, pull-ups, squats, planks. No equipment needed. Your body provides resistance. Progress gradually. Start where you are. Add slowly. Consistency beats intensity. Small, regular practice builds lasting capability. Move daily, even 10 minutes. Walking, stretching, body weight exercises. Daily movement maintains what gym sessions build. Practice getting up and down, from floor to standing. This simple movement predicts longevity. Keep practicing it. Carry heavy things. Groceries, weights, weighted walks. Carrying builds practical strength. Life requires it regularly. Train balance between strength and mobility. Too much strength without mobility creates stiffness. Too much flexibility without strength creates instability. Both matter. Make it enjoyable. If you hate it, you won't sustain it. Find movement you actually like. Dancing, hiking, sports, whatever. Joy creates consistency. Functional fitness. 94. Balance logic/emotion. Settle into equilibrium as we integrate head and heart. Logic without emotion is cold. Emotion without logic is chaos. Balance creates wisdom. Recognize both matter. Logic analyzes, strategizes, plans. Emotion connects, motivates, creates meaning. You need both to navigate life fully. Use logic for decisions with clear right answers. Financial choices, medical options, logistical planning. Data and analysis serve you here. Use emotion for values-based decisions. Career changes, relationship choices, life direction. Your feelings contain important information. Logic can't tell you what matters most. Notice when you're over-indexing. All logic. You're probably avoiding feelings. All emotion. You're probably avoiding difficult truths. Check for imbalance. Validate emotions first, then analyze. You can't think clearly when flooded with feeling. Acknowledge emotion, let it settle, then engage logic. Give each their time. Emotional decision? Sleep on it. Check if you still feel the same when calm. Logical decision? Check your gut. Does this feel right despite making sense? Use logic to reality test emotions. I feel like they hate me meets. They invited me to lunch yesterday. Feelings aren't always facts. Logic calibrates. Use emotion to humanize logic. The numbers say fire them meets. They have a family and are struggling. Compassion matters. Balance isn't always 50-50. Some situations need more logic. Others need more emotion. Flexibility is wisdom. Consult both. Before big decisions, ask, what does my logical mind say? What does my emotional heart say? What does my intuitive gut say? Integrate all three. Practice both skills. Develop your analytical ability. Develop your emotional intelligence. Both muscles need training. Seek input from different types. Logic-dominant friends see what you miss. Emotion-dominant friends see what you're avoiding. Different perspectives balance blind spots. 95. Stop overthinking. Let your mind quiet as we escape the thought spiral. Overthinking is analysis paralysis. It's your brain trying to control the uncontrollable by thinking about it endlessly. It solves nothing and steals everything. Recognize overthinking. Replaying conversations. Catastrophizing futures. Analyzing every detail. If you're stuck in mental loops, you're overthinking. Understand its purpose. Your brain thinks if it worries enough, it can prevent bad outcomes. This is illusion. Overthinking creates problems more than it solves them. Set a decision deadline. I'll think about this until Friday, then decide. Time limits force conclusion. Otherwise, you'll think forever. Action breaks the cycle. You can't think your way to clarity. You have to move and adjust. Overthinking delays the learning that action provides. Use the 5-minute rule. If you can decide in 5 minutes, do it now. Quick decisions for low-stakes choices preserve energy for what matters. Write it down. Thoughts swirling in your head feel overwhelming. Written down, they become manageable. Externalize to clarify. Challenge catastrophic thinking. What if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? What if it's fine? What's most likely? Balance the scenarios. Practice mindfulness. When you notice overthinking, return to breath. Return to present. Return to body. Right now, this moment, you're okay. Limit information intake. More data feeds overthinking. Sometimes you have enough information. Decide with what you have. Recognize diminishing returns. First 10 minutes of thinking, productive. Next 3 hours, wheel spinning. Notice when you've crossed that line. Trust your first instinct often. Overthinking talks you out of gut wisdom. Your intuition processed faster than conscious thought. Accept uncertainty. You can't know everything. You can't control everything. Some risk is inherent. Decide anyway. Overthinking promises certainty it can't deliver. Talk to someone. 96. Find purpose. Open to meaning as we explore your deepest why. Purpose isn't something you find like a hidden object. It's something you create through living intentionally. Start with values. What matters most to you? Growth? Connection? Creativity? Justice? Service? Your values point toward purpose. Notice what angers you. Injustice that makes you furious reveals what you care about deeply. Your anger points toward your purpose. Follow what energizes you. Activities where you lose track of time. Work that doesn't feel like work. Energy reveals alignment. Look at your suffering. Often purpose emerges from pain you've experienced. Your struggle becomes your service. You help others through what hurt you. Ask who you want to help. Children, elderly, animals, environment, your community. Purpose often involves contribution beyond yourself. Consider your unique combination. Skills, experiences, passions, values. No one else has your exact mix. Your purpose lives in that intersection. Start small. Purpose doesn't require grand gestures. Small, consistent actions toward meaningful goals create purposeful life. Experiment. Try different paths. Volunteer. Take classes. Explore careers. Purpose reveals itself through action, not just contemplation. Let it evolve. Purpose at 20 differs from purpose at 50. Life changes. Purpose changes. This is growth, not failure. Avoid purpose pressure. Not everyone needs world-changing mission. Living with integrity, loving well, raising good humans. These are worthy purposes. Make meaning where you are. Current job might not be dream career. Find purpose in doing it well, helping coworkers, serving customers. Purpose exists everywhere if you look. Connect daily actions to larger why. This task serves this person. This person matters. Therefore, this task matters. Meaning-making is skill. Purpose isn't mystical. It's intentional. Choose what matters. Align actions with that choice. Live accordingly. That's purpose. 97. Fear management. Breathe into courage as we befriend your ancient protector. Fear isn't the enemy. It's information. The key is responding skillfully instead of being controlled. Name your fear specifically. I'm scared is vague. I'm scared of rejection is specific. Naming reduces fear's power. You see it clearly instead of feeling vaguely threatened. Distinguish between real and imagined danger. Is this tiger in the room or tiger in your mind? Real danger requires action. Imagined danger requires perspective. Question the likelihood. Your brain assumes worst case. Reality is usually middle case. What's actually likely to happen? Brings you back to ground. Zoom out. Will this matter in 5 years? Most fears lose power with time perspective. You're catastrophizing today what you'll barely remember tomorrow. Face fears gradually. Exposure reduces fear. Start small. Build confidence. Progress from manageable to challenging. Rushing creates trauma. Pacing creates growth. Use fear as fuel. That nervous energy? It's your body preparing you to perform. Reframe it. Not I'm scared, but I'm ready. Breathe through it. When fear activates fight or flight, deep breathing returns you to thinking brain. Slow breath calms nervous system. Practice worst-case scenario. Imagine it fully. Then ask, could I survive this? What would I do? Often you realize you'd cope. Preparation reduces fear. Know your plan. Having thought through responses creates confidence. You're not controlling outcome, you're ready for possibilities. Focus on what you control. You can't control results. You can control effort, attitude, preparation. Channel anxiety into controllable actions. Build courage gradually. Each faced fear makes the next one easier. Courage is muscle. Use it or lose it. Share your fears. Speaking them robs them of power. Others often share similar fears. You're not alone in being afraid. Remember past courage. You've been scared before and survived. You're still here. 98. Language learning. Let your mind open to new sounds as we unlock communication. Learning a language isn't just vocabulary. It's accessing different worldviews, cultures, and connections. Start with your why. Travel, career, heritage, romance? Clear motivation sustains effort through difficulty. Choose one language. Spreading across multiple simultaneously slows all progress. Focus creates fluency. Begin with high-frequency words. The most common 1,000 words cover most conversations. Start there. Build foundation before exotic vocabulary. Listen extensively. Before speaking, listen. Podcasts, music, shows. Train your ear. Understanding precedes producing. Speak from day one. Even poorly. Mistakes are learning. Perfection paralysis prevents progress. Stumble forward. Find language exchange partners. Native speakers learning your language. You teach them. They teach you. Free, effective builds friendships. Use spaced repetition. Review new words at increasing intervals. This fights forgetting. Apps like Anki automate this brilliantly. Immerse yourself. Change phone language. Watch shows without subtitles. Read children's books. Surround yourself with the language. Study grammar lightly. Understanding basic structure helps. But don't let grammar study replace actual practice. Communication beats conjugation. Focus on conversational phrases. How do I say? What does this mean? These meta-language tools unlock everything else. Be patient with plateau periods. Progress isn't linear. You'll improve rapidly, then stall, then breakthrough. This is normal. Keep going. Celebrate small wins. Understood a sentence. Ordered food successfully. Had a conversation. Each milestone matters. Acknowledge progress. Learn culture alongside language. Language doesn't exist in vacuum. Understanding cultural context makes language meaningful. Connect emotionally. Learn songs. Joke in the language. Express feelings. Emotional connection accelerates learning and makes it enjoyable. 99. Travel light. Feel freedom in simplicity as we embrace minimalist travel. Traveling light isn't about deprivation. It's about mobility, simplicity, and focusing on experience over stuff. Choose versatile clothing. Pieces that mix and match. Neutral colors. Items that layer. 5 pieces that create 15 outfits beat 15 single-use items. Embrace re-wearing. No one on your trip sees you daily. You can wear the same jeans multiple times. Let go of outfit variety pressure. Pack for 3 days, wash as you go. Most places have laundry. Packing for entire trip creates unnecessary weight. Wash clothes instead. Use packing cubes. They compress and organize. You'll find things easily and fit more in less space. Wear your bulkiest items. Heaviest shoes, jacket, layers. Wear them traveling so they don't take luggage space. Check the weather but pack for layers. Instead of specific outfits for every condition, bring layers that adjust. This provides flexibility with fewer items. Minimize toiletries. Small sizes or solid versions. Shampoo bars, solid sunscreen. Liquids add weight and space. Remember you can buy things. Forgot something? Most places sell basics. Don't overpack from fear of not having. Choose one color scheme. This makes everything match. Fewer pieces, more combinations. Black, navy, or neutral as base works universally. Limit shoes to 3 pairs maximum. Walking shoes, sandals, dress shoes if needed. Shoes take space. Choose carefully. Use digital instead of physical. Books, maps, journals. Digital versions save weight and space. Your phone replaces 10 items. Pack dual-purpose items. Sarong becomes blanket, beach towel, scarf. Multifunctional items reduce total load. Leave nice jewelry home. Travel creates loss risk. Freedom matters more than fashion. Roll clothes, don't fold. Rolling prevents wrinkles and saves space. Pack tight. Test carry-on only. If you can carry on, you'll never wait for luggage, never lose bags, move faster through airports. 100. Self-compassion. Soften completely as we come home to kindness. Self-compassion is treating yourself with the same care you'd offer a dear friend. It's radical, healing, and transformative. Notice your self-talk, that inner voice. Would you talk to a friend that way? If not, it needs changing. You deserve the same kindness. Acknowledge your pain without judgment. This hurts, not, I'm being ridiculous. Your pain is valid. You don't need to justify or minimize it. Recognize common humanity. You're not alone in struggling. Every human faces difficulty, makes mistakes, feels inadequate sometimes. Your imperfection connects you to everyone. Failure is universal human experience. Respond to mistakes with understanding, not condemnation. I made a mistake and I'm learning beats, I'm worthless. Growth mindset applied to yourself. Comfort yourself actively. Hand on heart. Deep breath. Kind words. Physically soothe like you would a distressed friend. Your body responds to your own touch. Give yourself what you need. Rest when tired. Boundaries when overwhelmed. Fun when depleted. Self-care isn't selfish. It's necessary. Practice self-forgiveness. Holding grudges against yourself is exhausting. Acknowledge wrong, learn from it, then release it. Let yourself off the hook. Challenge the inner critic. Is this true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? If no to any, reject the thought. You don't have to believe everything you think. Celebrate your efforts, not just outcomes. You tried. You showed up. You did your best with what you knew. That deserves recognition. Be patient with your process. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. You're not behind. You're exactly where you are, doing the best you can. Lower unrealistic standards. Perfectionism is self-abuse in disguise. Good enough is actually good enough. Excellence matters. Perfection doesn't exist. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Everyone struggles. Everyone doubts. Everyone needs compassion.